You don't know the motherfucking podcast. And that's the double truth,
Why are you the way that you are, the way that you are, the way that you are?
You'll know this.
The Lyrical Fix.
The motherfucking podcast.
Oh my God.
So you do that, you can get 2 drinks. You do the 2 drinks thing.
No, I couldn't decide. Hey guys, welcome to Lyrical Fix. I couldn't decide if I wanted hot chocolate or green tea.
So you got both?
Yeah.
You got both. I just thought that you just brought me one. I'm not saying I want it.
Now I feel bad.
No, because I asked you last week. No, we can talk about this now. We should talk about it over the air because it's one of those things where it's like I should probably text you, but I don't. And I was talking to you about, I was joking to you about how the complexities of me and Sade's relationship.
Yeah.
It's just like last week, we were forced to be here for a little bit, and I offered her like 3 times, hey, let's get food on me. And she said no, all 3 times.
Well,
and
I didn't know we were going to be here that
and
long.
I ended up feeling a sort of way about it, but I kind of let it go because she was also in a bad mood because of something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't trying to like push it. But a part of me, just as the friend and the guy in this friendship, just feels like, let me at least help my homie out and buy her something to eat. And I felt bad because she didn't want to. And yeah.
So as a woman, let me stop.
Yeah, and this ain't no like chivalrous type shit. It's just like yo, it's your homie just trying to like
no,
yo.
it was,
I
like,
got it.
I
Like
didn't
let's
see
go.
it like that. No,
It's
it's
on me.
always like
Type shit.
I don't fucking know what I want to eat. Like no, like when you get mad, and I feel like this is very common with women. Like when you get so mad at the point that you're just like, I don't want to fucking eat. Fuck this shit, man. I was pissed that we got double booked and then we had to wait. Shit tells me 2 hours. Hopefully the music doesn't, get into the audio.
Oh, bro, yeah, nigga was a dance class.
Yeah, the people downstairs were
Dance class.
last week were upstairs, so we had to wait for them to wrap up. And yeah, they looked at me like the lady looked at me crazy because I peeked my head in. I was like, hi. It's like, hey, you. Yeah, I think we got double booked. When are you gonna be done?
She said like 9:30. No, 9ish. She said 9ish.
She was like around 9 or some shit like that, and then it ended up being like 9:30, and then we had a bunch of vets want to pod.
We was here at 7, and then we tried to set up around 9:30.
When did we start recording? 11 or some shit?
11:30.
Yeah.
It's bad because we're setting up. It takes time to set up, get the lights and shit. It looks easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
And the people that were here helping out, they also just ended up chilling, and then they just start podding with no mics on.
No, they were here trying to pod while we were.
Yeah.
They were literally trying to pod and like talking about situations. This one guy, I think he met this girl on Tinder, and I think
Interesting stuff.
Okay, so wait, all right. So I'm confused. So they were outside talking about this while like, oh, we'll leave you alone, but then they came back and brought it to us. So I'm a little confused. They were also kind of drunk, so I was a little confused by this. So. The guy met this girl on Tinder. I think they had already fucked around, and then she was like, oh, let's go get something to eat another night, right? She goes to pick him up. They get there. He forgot his wallet at home. She had to pay, and then they had sex after. So the other guy is saying, yo, she fucked you. And then he's like, Sade's one of them. She's not gonna. I was like, no, I agree. No, she definitely, she fucked you. It's nothing wrong with it, but it was the whole argument thing was so weird.
It was so weird, but like, think about it. This. Excuse me. Girl picks you up for a date. Y'all go to a restaurant. You go to eat. When it's your turn to go pay, because obviously you had it in your mind like, yeah, I'm gonna pay. But then you find out you don't have your wallet on you. She's like, oh, okay, it's all good, I'll pay. Y'all go back to her place. She fucks, or y'all fuck. She fucked you. She fucked you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And then I was like, no, she picked you up.
And she picked you up.
And I don't know if he said he had a car or not, but in my mind, I'm just thinking, like, if you kind of wanted the upper hand, this is like the second or third date, whatever, you Uber there, man. You don't have her pick you up.
Shit, well, man, sometimes you gotta be that nigga that's in the driver's seat, right hand on the girl's thigh. Sometimes you a nigga in the passenger seat, left hand on the thigh, making her feel good and shit. Sometimes it's like that, man.
Like, baby, you look so good grabbing the wheels.
Yeah, look at you.
Massage your shoulders and shit.
Look at you at 10 2.
No.
Move it to 93.
Hit that so fucking beat, bro. Like, go ahead, girl.
Go ahead, girl.
Go ahead.
Oh, man.
All right, so it is episode 108 with the Lyrical Fix podcast with your host Sade
And Kid Pro.
and special guest.
Oh, today, man, we are joined by none other, man. This is one of my favorite up-and-coming artists. I don't want to say up-and-coming, man. This is one of my favorite artists, period, in Jersey. And pretty much in hip-hop music, man. I've been following this dude. We've known each other for about, I'm going to say, 2 years now. Don't know where we met. We'll get into that. But we've been communicating a lot throughout the past year and the pandemic and stuff, and just keeping in touch with each other, giving each other mental health checks and stuff, as all artists should in this local community, because it's crazy out here, man. But he just released a new project. When was it exactly? It was on
October 26th.
October 26th, yeah.
Last like week or two ago.
Yeah. Drop singles,
Oh,
drop
wait, no,
videos
it's
for it.
Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
We're here to talk to him about that and so much more. Please welcome to the show for episode 108, S.T.M.O, a.k.a. Shakespeare The Modern Opiate. Make some noise.
Yeah, and Bernard. Let's not forget
Yes,
Bernard.
and welcome Bernard as well, man. It's our second week here. We're still trying him out. We might kick him out or might bring a twin for him. We don't know yet.
What are we gonna name it?
I'm fucking with Bernard.
No, this is gonna stay Bernard. We might get
But
another
if we get a
one.
twin, what would we call a twin?
I don't know. Bernie took a tumble, so he'll be back next week. Because we named this one.
Oh yeah, our little
Bernie.
sign is called Bernie, which you can tell.
But
like,
no, is it Barry? No, this
Barry,
is Bernie.
yeah,
That's
Bernie and Barry, which our creative juices we ran out last week because we were mad. You can tell.
There's a B name.
Yeah.
B.
Call me B name, like we bloods or something.
Should we name the other one Chris then?
Oh, and call him Briss.
Oh,
I
shit.
don't want to get into gang talk. Let me stop that. That's not me. It's not my life. It's not what I'm talking about here. We're here to talk with Shake.
Shake.
Liability.
Yeah.
No gang ties or affiliations.
Yo, I'm loving those shades, man.
Hey man, these
Great,
ain't
look at that.
shades, bro.
Oh,
They prescription.
Is prescription? Are they the ones that just like get darker when you come indoors?
Okay, so I had an option of doing that, but I just wanted it to be blue. Man. That's my favorite
Oh, you just
color.
chose that.
That is pretty cool.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Those are like my shades. Like I have prescription shades.
That are blue?
No, they're not blue. Like they're like regular shades. So they're like brown tan. Like I didn't go for all black.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay, a little sunglasses.
No, when I was
Yeah.
17, I forgot what it was. I got promoted, and my real first good paycheck, I brought prescription Ray-Bans. I mean, ever since then I only wear Ray-Bans, but I had the actual what is the something Brothers, the old TV show, the old movies, where they were in the suits and they got the hat and they got the blacked out shades.
The Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers, there you go.
Brothers.
Why can't I remember marks?
Okay.
But yeah,
Yes.
I had those in their prescription. One time I was in class wearing them. I don't know why I thought it was the shit. I
Those
was the only one of my friends that had a car and I had prescription shades on. Couldn't tell me nothing.
The ones that get dark.
My fingers.
For real, bro. Can you see that? The ones that get dark when you go outside, that shit always scared the fuck out of me.
Transitions.
My friend
Yeah, the
has
transition
those.
ones, yeah. I played soccer one time with the kid that had those, and it scared me the first time I saw him. And it scared me so bad that I smacked him in the face. I smacked him off him.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. We were on the field and shit. We were coming here in the locker room. He was wearing them, the goggles. Well, no, we were 13 at the time.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
12,
the
no,
team
10.
that you.
No, that coach?
now.
No. He didn't smack some kids, smack his god. No, that would have been funnier. Now you mentioned it.
That would have been a lot funnier.
No,
Sorry.
we were both young, and we were in the locker room, and we went outside. So it was my first time seeing him with the goggles. So we went outside. I thought he just changed them real quick behind my back, but
Yeah.
he did it, and I got scared and just fucking smacked him. So, yeah.
He's a little gangster, huh?
Look,
Yeah,
it's
for real.
Take the
Just,
glasses off, boy.
just-
how do you? The person doesn't change. They don't. It doesn't.
Because I thought for a second, it got really dark, I thought I had the demon eyes for a second, so I thought he had demon eyes. I was young and fucking stupid.
I'm not gonna lie, when I wear mines, that cool setting, for pictures, that's how I see everything. Everything has
I
that
can
nice
imagine,
tint.
yeah.
So it's just I feel calm all the time.
Very, very much so, yeah. I can hear it in your
that
tone.
might be the
Yeah.
new wave.
Nah, it's deaf. This
Yeah, you
liquor
can't
I just consume.
Yeah, you can't be angry wearing those types of glasses.
Nah,
Nah.
I
Makes no
look too
sense.
cool. Everybody compliments me on them. They're like,
Oh.
I love your shades. And prescriptions, baby.
Yeah.
Prescriptions.
What would it be then? Because you always look through the saying, rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
You see the world in
These are like what? Blue?
tulips.
Great color.
It's definitely
Blueberry colored glasses.
watercolor.
Smurf colored glasses.
Smurf. That'd be so
Yeah, you know what I mean? A little bit.
Oh yeah.
They're great.
You know what I mean?
Ah man,
I
I'd
can
be
talk
so
about
much
those for
calmer.
hours. Look at that.
I'd
That
be
white frame.
so much calmer.
Yeah, man, I got S.T.M.O on the inside, you know what I'm
Get
saying?
the fuck
Hey,
out.
look
Let
at
me
that. They're
see.
custom.
Holy shit.
Custom.
Man, nigga,
You
man.
fly as fuck,
Feel
man.
me? My other one's got Becoming King on the side.
And,
Oh,
okay.
that's sexy.
I got like
That's
4
insane.
different pairs of glasses because, when I switch up the swag, I switch up the
I love
prescriptions. So,
That's dope. That's dope,
man.
I wish I had that type of money before back in the day. My mom took me one time. She's like, there was a buy one get one free at the optometrist, and she bought me a cool pair of glasses that I could rock. And then the free pair was like, the dude was like, yeah, it's down here. And it was like the bottom rack. And it was like the really cheap ones that look big as fuck. So she bought me some olive green joints. Oh no, it was like the red and black ones that I have in a picture. And I posted on Instagram when I'm wearing a Mortal Kombat shirt. I had to wear them one time because my really cool joints like broke. And I was running around playing soccer. So I had to go to class with the big ass fucking Urkel joints. And it was pictured there. If you don't know, for later, foreshadowing. Her name was BigBerry Buckz at the show I just did this past Saturday. She had the illest fucking ad-lib. She was doing her fucking song. She went first. And she went, I was like, what?
Wait, like,
I gotta hear that.
Yeah, yo, she did that shit. And I was like, yo, I love it.
damn, I wish I knew at what point, what Trick does in our intro.
Oh, yeah, kind of like that, yeah.
That is
It reminded me of the 5 Foreign type of, yeah, that shit. But she just did it, and I was like, I never seen no chick do that shit.
That's hilarious.
It's just to see her do it, like, and that was the vibe of her music, and I loved it. And I shouted her out when I went on stage, and she showed me love and everything. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of, and chicks like that. Like, she look like she don't take no shit from nobody.
Nah, she looked like a gangster. When I seen the video, I was like,
Yeah, BigBerry Buckz.
she was talking that shit.
She talking that shit,
talking
man.
that
Yeah,
shit.
I like her.
think I
I like when girls. When you confident with that shit, and that shit be coming hard,
I
I'm
like
like,
that shit.
you got that shit.
And not even on no like trying to hit type shit, just on like just rap shit.
Yeah,
I
nah.
respect the confidence and everything. Yeah,
Mhm.
I just like that.
I think
shit.
that shit is sexy. Like,
Yeah.
Seeing a woman do her thing, but she like so confident. It's like coming for these niggas out here. Like,
And the only chick on the bill too, so
For
I
real?
gave her credit because she did her thing.
hell yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Otto Hayes, Conscious, 89 the
That's
Brainchild, and I forgot homie's name. Fuck, I'm still shout you out, but I forgot homie's name. The other guy was on the show. 47, and one other guy. Shit, that was with Conscious. But yeah, great fucking show. What else? No, that was it. I had a fucking Larry David moment at that show.
Oh, do I play the thing?
Do we have a thing?
Yeah, I already told
Okay.
Do
you.
the thing. I'm ready for it.
Bullshit is wrong with you.
Okay.
Okay, right. So I'm at the show. It's in Patterson. Set out to Silk City Rich Grounds. Great fucking event space. The people that worked security and staff, whatever, that helped out with everything. Everybody was dope. But it's like one of these long ass hallway type of joints, right? So I'm at the end of the hallway, just chilling. It's like a little lounge area. I'm just hitting my pen, chilling. And I guess BigBerry Buckz or somebody else sits on the other side, whatever. So like the staff comes through, talks to her. I'm scrolling on my phone. And at this point, I've seen that my algorithm on my Explore page, for whatever reason, and this doesn't mean anything, please don't look at me weird when I say this, it's a lot of tits and ass now. It's a lot of tits and ass, a hell of a lot less wrestling, a lot of less video games, a lot less soccer than it used to be.
Are you
Whole
watching
lot
porn
more
on your
tits and
phone or
ass.
something?
What?
Are you watching porn on your phone or something? Or
Not on Instagram, no.
how the fuck did
I don't know. It's a lot more tits and ass. I don't know why. It just
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
A lot of bitches right now. Be that as it may. So I'm scrolling, looking for the soccer ones because I know once you click on some, everything you scroll on is related. So before I get there, the guy turns to me to ask me if I want anything. I didn't think he was going to ask me anything. I thought he was just whatever. I was minding my business. So he looks down at me, and he just sees me looking at a bunch of bitches working out. Bruh, he's like, man, can I get you anything? And I was like, oh, actually, yeah, can I get a water? So when he came back, I wasn't even doing that anymore. I was watching something else completely different, and he passed me the water, but he like, on purpose, doesn't look at me. Just like passed me the water as if like I was doing something private in the corner. Because I'm in the corner looking like a fucking creep, looking at girls working out online when that wasn't the case.
I mean, like, it's almost like if you make, what does he make? If he makes eye contact, it's like something.
Yeah, like I'm gonna feel guilty. So now, like forever, now I gotta see that guy. And he added me like a couple days before the event. Now I'm like, I wouldn't blame him if I see him and like
Not following.
not following. It's just so awkward now because now he's gonna think that I was doing that, and I can't hit him up and be like, "Yo, you know,
That is a very.
you saw me." And if
Damn,
I
that
mention it,
was-
be like, "What are you talking about?"
That's a very.
Then I'm
Larry-
gonna feel fucking stupid.
I thought you were gonna rant. That was the ranting thing. No, that's a.
Oh no, but that was a Larry David
It's
moment.
Still, it's
Yeah,
still a Larry
that was a Larry moment. That was that's it happens all the fucking time. Anytime I go to a show, something like that happens. And that was just fucking weird. That ever happened to you? Anything like that?
Me, no, man.
You never had no weird fucking moment at a show? Come on.
Not like that. I mean, if I'm gonna do, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
should have. Yeah, now I was really just out like
You
this.
gotta get them blackout screens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. So just some bitch doing squats.
I'm not gonna lie, that's happened to me, but not like at a show. It's been like in public, like a girl has surprised me with some shit. I'm like, I'm outside. Just looking. Like I got excited. I was just like, it shocked me, and then I got excited, but then I was like, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was in Newark and shit, and niggas was looking at me. I was like, oh shit. And niggas was in the back like,
Get those risque,
yeah.
the risque joints.
Shit. That was when I was doing armed security, so they looking at me. Some no motherfuckers thought I was police, so they looking, what the fuck the police looking at on his phone? Nigga ain't a horn dog.
Oh,
Yeah, I look crazy, you feel me?
That also happened at the show.
What?
My bad. The staff. I go upstairs. I go to ask the bathroom because it's one of those. It's a downtown Patterson joint. So it's like the shopping centers, whatever. Downtown Patterson. It's like It's a door right next to a fucking phone store. Where you go up some stairs. You're in like the second floor. There's the area like this. And then you go up some more stairs, and it's just I guess like a bathroom area and some other rooms. So I go upstairs, and I don't look at the guy. I'm just kind of minding my business. And he says, "Yo, my man, just wait right there." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." I didn't pay any mind. I didn't look at the guy. I just thought he was online for the bathroom, and thought it was COVID, I think. Just didn't want anybody near him. So I kind of look at him. Don't notice his body, but look at him. I'm like, "So are you performing or anything tonight?" Just making small talk. Knowing in my head, I know the performers, and that's not one of them. Probably not. He's like, no, man, this is a real vest. This is a real bulletproof vest. And I look, and I'm like, oh shit, that's security. And he's just there, just monitoring who's going to the bathroom. And he's like, yeah, just wait till this person gets out. And I just feel like a fucking idiot. So again,
Yeah, I mean, like,
this
that's
is just
not
shit that just,
it's an oversight.
I know, it's just, again, just
No,
really dumb shit that I go
Wake
through.
up, bro.
I know.
Titties and
Still
ass
Still
on
think
your
about the
phone?
tits and ass. It
I know.
fucked your head
Exactly.
up,
Yeah,
man.
that definitely did.
I was just trying to have a good time.
I
Downhill
was
from
trying to
there,
have a
buddy.
good time.
No, but then I had a great set. Had a great set, phenomenal set.
Yeah, you
It
killed it.
looked great. I thought
Oh
so.
man, let me tell you.
In
Let me
rare
tell you.
form, my dude.
Kid Pro was in rare form, all black, ready to go.
Rap
It's
hands.
been a while.
Rap Hands was out there.
Stomping.
Yo, the stomping,
Look at that
moving the
fuck
Yo,
moving the
son.
stage.
Yo.
You were amped, yo. I wish I was there. I was like, this nigga is in it.
Yeah, I was watching
like
it,
that
and
shit.
I'm just like, look at that foot go. All right, go ahead,
Stop
shake
it,
that
fuck
shit.
up.
Yeah,
You
man.
about to break the stage, bro.
Oh man, I did the KID thing. I hadn't done that in a minute. Where
Oh,
every
yeah,
song
that's
represented
been-
a. Yeah, that shit. That was great. People ate that up. Oh,
Usually do.
like a storyteller up there. You could have swore there was a campfire. They was all huddled around, just watching me weave a tale. No, but speaking of performances, man, Shake, I gotta tell you, man, as far as performers go, you're one of my favorites, dude. For real.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
For real, man. You put on a show.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate not only the songs you choose to do when you perform, but the way you develop everything on stage. You don't look the same on every song, basically. Everybody has a certain style that they perform. Some people do it a lot. Some people switch it up. I like the way you have a pattern when you do your shows. Like, is there anything, do you work on this? Is this something you just freestyle in the moment type of thing? How do you go about that?
Alright, so like, shout out to Sade because, you know what I mean, like her just doing Check It by herself.
That's me.
Yeah. She kind of started my path to really just like paying attention to how I perform because after just witnessing everybody else and like my first show when I actually came to check it was fucking dope. Everybody was off my energy and I was like, all right. I never seen myself in that way before. So after like seeing the vid and stuff, and then I started realizing I was like, I need to go home and practice. Even if I don't like practice like that much, I need to know how I'm gonna move around the stage. So when I'll be home, I'll practice like make eye contact, move around the stage. Whatever you do, keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop. Just make sure you're doing your thing. And that's all I put my headspace in. Like for me, it'll be like pronunciate. Make sure I pronunciate and have fun. Like I really do just soak up the moment though. Like like I come in, I'm a slow starter. Like I'll start kind of low, and then you'll see my energy pick up real quick because I start really getting into the song. And I'm like, nah, I'm about to shut the fuck up for y'all. This is not about to be one of those bland ass performances where you're like, I like the song. He was just, he was doing his thing, but I like the song. No, you're going to feel me. Like the kid.
That's what I like about Check It too, man. The fact that the stage is like a lot more open space than a lot of other places. Some places are just a small stage. You can't really go into the crowd and shit. This one, like, you go into the crowd through tables and stuff. Like, it's kind of free range.
Check It spoiled me, bro. Because when I went to another showcase and then they like had a stage, I was like, I felt confined on the stage.
Right.
And then the lights were so bright. I'm like, God damn, I'm starting to sweat. It actually tripped me up a little bit because I was not used to so many lights in one spot just being zoomed in on me.
I feel you, yeah.
And then I had to hop, like, I should have hopped off the stage because it made me uncomfortable as shit. I was just like, yo, I've never been this uncomfortable on a stage. Like, I feel claustrophobic. So, I mean, the next time I went there again, I hopped off. I was like, nah, I'm jumping in the crowd. Like,
Very true.
You know what I mean? But it kind of, like, froze me up for a second. Like, I forgot that, Brandon, S.T.M.O, wake up. You can do what you want. Get off the stage, nigga. Interact with the crowd. So.
I've also noticed that now with that, you've also had some hosting gigs as well.
Yo, that was
we kind of spoke. We didn't get to actually like catch up after that. Like, how'd it go?
Yeah, no, it went good. Yo, it was funny because like after I performed, that's when I opened up more as a host because it was probably the third or fourth performance. But I was chill at first, I was still talking and stuff, but I wasn't like my exuberant, youthful self and stuff. So after I performed, energy was on 1,000.
Oh yeah, sure.
And me and the co-host, me and the other host, we already had like a small rapport, and she was like, I love your energy. Like I thought of you, so I was like, yo, that's really nice. You thought of me? Thank you.
Man.
So shout out to Marge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was about to say Bloom, right?
Shout out Bloom.
Yes,
New
shout out
Jersey.
Bloom and Marge.
So I didn't mean to do that show.
And that.
The vibe is dope there too.
Yeah, I gotta go check out. It's at the closing spot where I did.
Yeah, it's such a, it's like an eclectic vibe. Like it felt like so many different, different genres, but came together so nicely.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Yeah, I seen the video.
Yeah, this girl Ife Lovee, I know you probably seen her about it. She was there. She fucking rips.
I've been wanting to see her live. And
there's a bunch of
people.
people.
I think 99 Trip's not a thing anymore. Sade put me on to 99 Trip and all three of them, and damn. And when I came across her, I was like, holy shit.
She's Erykah Badu reincarnated.
I was gonna say Lauryn Hill. She gives me both. She's both. She's a mix of
literally
both.
Okay. There was another girl that you posted recently, Ife.
Ife?
Is that her name?
Yeah, Ife.
That's
actually my if you don't know.
Is it? Okay.
Force.
I met her once at a show in Newark. I forgot who else was sitting with me, but she ended up sitting at my table, and that was the first time I met. And she's like, I'm like, you performing? She's like, yeah, you performing? Yeah. And then you were just talking about being nervous and stuff, but I remember she had a really great voice, and I wanted to see her live as well again.
Oh,
her
she
and Euphony.
is so
Those are
good
two people
live.
on my list as far as singers go.
Yeah.
That I've been meeting, wanting to see.
She is so fucking fire. And she just dropped a project, but we'll talk about that later.
Put me on.
I got you.
We'll talk about that.
Ife Lovee is like her artist name.
Now, as far as with your songs, have you found any favorites that you like performing? Any new ones that we should be looking out for? You want to perform? I already told you all night. I don't know how you plan on doing that because I know you gotta wait for homie on the song with you.
I actually got a version without him on it.
I was waiting to hear that. Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
I do because originally I didn't have any prospects for like my album. I wanted to just be like a solo magnum opus type thing, like this might come up
On the J. Cole.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want features, but it was just like certain vibes. I was like, I knew these people could hit on it great, and I don't usually get an inclination for anybody to hop on things because it's kind of hard. Because I'm like, I don't know if this is right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I hear it, and I'm like, this is for that person. Like Sade, he was on bounce, and his cadence and his flow was just perfect for that song.
Yeah.
So I had to put him on it. I was just like, bro, what do you think? He was like, you mean what I think of the song, or do I have? I was like, nigga, hop on this shit. Like, the fuck? I really see you on it. And he fucking murdered that shit.
Yeah,
He made me.
energy, man.
He made me like the song even more. I was like, bro, it needed you on it because I didn't feel like, you know what I mean? I liked my two verses, but his just, it gave it that charisma and that character that it needed to make the song feel full to me. And then my other feature was Boulevard Buggz. This dude from Brooklyn. But he put me on to VXA because he made up VXA and it's like a group of artists and stuff. And he fucked with my style a lot. He was like, yo, dude, I think you're great, but he's really a monster.
What does VXA stand for?
VXA is basically like villains. But it really stands for like villains, but he kind of made it some weird shit. I was just like, bro, I like it because it sounds dope.
I was wondering what it is because I heard that in your name. I wasn't sure yet.
Yeah, it's just on my Instagram. Because remember, I had an old Instagram, I had a stalker and shit. Long story.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I was on
I was
social
wondering,
media
like,
for
why do you
like
only
2-3 years.
You always changed your fucking Instagram.
No, sometimes people get hacked, you know.
I assumed it was hack type of situation.
I would say that, but that bitch was just crazy.
I remember that, bro.
I had to escape.
I remember, but it's just like we stopped talking about it too. That's why I forgot about it. But I remember that was a thing. You're right.
I was off social media for like 2.5
Holy
years.
shit, that was a thing.
I was really going. Niggas
no.
forgot. They was like, yo, people started like, when I came back, they was like, I was wondering where you went. You just
Isn't it
went
crazy
MIA.
someone can just fall off the face of the earth
Yeah.
off of, online and then just come back? Hey, what? Yeah, that's right.
Yo, that shit fucked a lot of people up. Just like, yo, dog, where did you go? I was like, nigga, some shit happened. I had to be out. And it wasn't, I didn't want people to feel like I ran away from social media because of her. I was just like, I'm done making all these new profiles because all my shit, like the one she made of me, like there's a profile out there called S.T.M.O _VXGay. Don't laugh. Okay, fuck you, I'ma laugh. But yo, bro,
See, I didn't laugh.
she has it. Your face is saying it all. It's okay. But, you know what I mean? Like, she put on there, she's like, she took the biggest picture of me grinning my ass off and puts it at the fucking forefront of the profile.
Is it still there?
Yes! I can't delete it for the life of me. I'm like, I've been reporting this shit for years, bro.
Are you serious?
Yes, and every time I used to try to report it, it would delete my account. So that's why I kept losing accounts. Because at that time, I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm done. And she was like, you really looking it up right now? Fuck you, Sade. She's like, I'm Brandon. It's like, it says some fucked up shit.
Oh, wow.
It's basically
Can I
like,
read it?
yeah, read it.
My heart hurts from how desperate I am for attention. I am a loser and I cannot find self-confidence.
Oh, what's that?
Help me be cooler, please. I am a hashtag
I
loser.
can't wait for it.
0 posts and it's following 2.
It's 2.
It's following Trill and Sodom, and then
Okay.
it has 2 followers. I'm not gonna.
Backstory
That's
on
crazy.
why they have followers and shit.
It's only 2 and 2 though.
Yeah,
It's
2
okay.
and 2. This motherfucker started adding my family, people I knew, and was just sending messages like, I'll give you a blowjob if you say nice things about me and shit. And my cousin was like, bitch, I'll cut you. Like, people wanted to beat her ass. I was like, bitch,
The
I'm
nerve
saving
of
you.
some
That's
people to think that that's going
wild.
to do damage.
Yeah, nah,
I mean, we've been through some bullshit.
Yeah,
but
we've
this
been
is-
through some bullshit, but at
that's
least
that's
she
a whole
didn't do
nother
that.
level.
Nah,
Yeah.
That's
she
wild.
wanted to
As
end
much as
me.
we know.
Like,
Yeah, as far as we know.
y'all only know a fraction of what this bitch put me through. I'm just saying. I was I was in a dark place in my life,
I had
and this
no
bitch
idea.
did not make it better. Like I was pleading with. At one point, I was pleading to this bitch, leave me alone. Like to the point where like, yo, 200 phone calls within 30 minutes. Like I'm saying like back to back. I was like, bitch, you don't got a job? I was like, this is a full-time gig, bitch.
Yeah, seriously, she's doing it like she
From
ain't
morning
paid.
till night. I was like, bitch,
Damn.
I set my alarm. I can't turn my phone off. I blocked your numbers, and you keep calling me. I
That's
need to
bad.
go to sleep.
Every time we hear like a story like this, it kind of puts our shit in perspective. Like, oh, okay, we didn't have it that bad.
This was
But damn.
kind of thing that I don't know if it kind of like segues, not gonna segue into it, if it kind of like relates to it. In fact, but the whole the baby and Danny Lake thing,
Yo.
in the sense of like
Yeah.
people
that shit was
putting their fucking airing their shit out online for the world to see.
He came off like such a sucker. Yo, I liked him, and then I was just like, bro, this is so weak.
This was the worst thing for him to happen, especially after that whole LGBTQ shit
I thought he was
that happened.
dumb.
When he got bought, when
He got canceled and
he
then-
bought acceptance. Because they definitely.
Right.
Did you hear about that shit? Apparently, some what is it called? The CEO of some LGBTQ community. There you go.
Committee.
Some wait, what?
Committee, not community. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
No, a CEO of
Organization.
something that represents the community.
Yeah.
Or so, but I just don't remember the name of the company. Put out a statement and pretty much said all is forgiven. He's okay now.
Yeah,
But you definitely got bought out, and you can't. One person can't just apologize for.
Yeah, the fact that one person
I mean,
can
you know,
okay,
accept
can okay you
his
to
apology for
perform again.
everybody. Yeah,
like on behalf of all the gays, you are now able to continue your work.
Yeah,
Like, that's what it made it seem like, and
before,
it's just
yeah,
like,
a bunch
okay,
of
no.
festivals and shit. So that happened, it was like 3 weeks ago or some shit, and then this happened, and it's just, I mean, to me, it, yeah, to me, like, it didn't, I stopped listening to him just because the comments were, the AIDS comment kind of hit close for me, because I have I lost somebody close to me because of AIDS, and then somebody else, so it hit close to me.
Right.
And then, like, the shit that he was saying, like, I mean, what he said about the girls was really funny. Something about if your coochie tastes like water, put your hands up. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But then everything after that was just a train wreck.
And his DJ didn't help out either.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
he
Also
was
saying
inciting
stuff.
that shit. He was
Inciting.
inciting the fuck out of it.
Yeah,
Wrong
but-
time for DJ to hype.
No, but this whole thing, I mean,
It's like, right.
I'm not listening to him for whatever reason, but this whole shit that's bad.
To ignite or instigate her and say like, yo, this is just my side chick.
Yeah,
But
on live.
You've been booed up with this bitch.
Yeah,
We've all
because
seen it.
I totally understand filming for your protection and your safety. Filming what's going on, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
yo, she's causing a problem. Save that for the court. Save that for when this gets taken to court, because I'm assuming that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Don't fucking go on live, IG live, because now all of a sudden, however many thousand people are fucking seeing this play out.
Yeah.
And you're just looking crazy. You just called her a side chick. Like, if you were trying to prove a point, you kind of fucked it up right there and made yourself look
You
worse.
literally could have just recorded it and then.
Right, just use a regular camera app.
Yeah, because if she knows what's happening, I mean, you're really just destroying your baby mom's career at this point. You're
Right.
trying to.
She was an artist, a dancer. Like, she has shit going for herself.
Kicking her out with a 3-month-old baby, bro.
Wow.
You can't look more sucker than that.
You a whole bitch for that shit.
Exactly.
I looked at him. I was disgusted. I was like, my nigga, like, in the middle of the night, you gonna go in the room after you had her living with you and say you gotta go for what? You want to bring another bitch in to fuck?
Most likely.
Like, my nigga, you got money. Get a fucking telly and leave her with the baby in the damn
Go
house.
somewhere else.
Like,
Get another
I
house.
don't know how you justify that shit, really.
No.
that
And
nigga
then,
disgusting for that
yo,
shit.
people in the comments though were on his side dragging her, saying, and then also like, yeah, dragging her. Some were saying, well, why doesn't she just leave? Why is she sticking around for that?
She got a baby with this.
Well, apparently they were
Exactly.
trying to get an earlier flight, but there wasn't a chance to. So
Yeah,
she
she
couldn't leave
explained
right away.
herself. She was waiting for her
Yeah.
assistant to fly back. Like she wasn't where she was. She had no family.
What made me
She was
mad
alone.
at her is that the fact that she needed to prove to the world that they were
Oh, yeah, no.
together. I was like, you don't need to do that.
No,
we
she-
kind of knew that. Like
I felt bad.
I was
Like
like,
I felt bad, but it's like just stop. It was kind of hard to.
yeah,
just
it's
stop
hard to
already.
digest.
I
Like,
think that's that secret competition between like the exes and the current, like the ex-baby mamas and the current girlfriend.
that's what she was saying.
Yeah, that's
She was saying
always
they
a
still
thing.
wanted her and wanted him. and
Always a
shit.
thing. And
Well,
it
the industry
happens on all levels.
The industry, especially at that level, is I mean, you have a side chick that's hopping on every platform. Brittany Renner.
Brittany Renner, yeah.
Yeah, so you have her,
Brenda
which I don't know
Brittany.
why she's not accepting. She's a side chick. She wrote a whole book about it. But
I fuck with her though. I feel like
on a certain level, I do. Yeah.
because
As far as
she talk a truth. Like
No, she
Oh
definitely.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
she
nothing wrong
don't
with that.
have no shame. Like I could respect even if you do what you do, but if you stand on that motherfucker, I respect the fuck out you.
No, she kind of I do at some point, but then she also will backtrack.
Yeah, she contradict.
Yeah,
She a
like
little
when
crazy.
she goes to ask her that she was a side chick, and she's like, "How? Why? Because I'm pretty."
Oh, what?
No, bitch, you just
That's
wrote.
because she got insulted.
I didn't see that clip, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he explained it better.
Yeah, she got insulted.
I know he said he was like, "You wrote a book about it. Like you fucked all these people, and none of them claimed you. That makes you a side chick."
But only if they were in a relationship with somebody else, right? Didn't we talk about this before?
No.
Like what constitutes a side chick?
What kind? Did we? I don't think so. Maybe off air. I think
That's
I mentioned
a
it.
fair point though.
No,
All right, so let's get into it now.
everybody, no, because everybody has different definitions.
What constitutes a side chick?
If you're in a,
If someone's single
Mm-hmm.
you're not
and the
really
girl's on the
side
side and you don't claim her, that doesn't make her a side chick.
It's
I guess in a sense because she's on the side, but people
Yeah.
constitute,
Yeah.
or people
no, 'cause
generally.
Ack added, they don't claim. Well, they don't claim you because they have their mate. Like he added that they have a mate,
Right, you can't be a side unless you have a main.
but you can
Yeah.
have side chick qualities for somebody
Who's single?
Who is single. If they're not claiming you, it's the same quality. The only difference is that person is
Because
single.
technically the girl still's on the side.
Yeah.
Alright, so then I guess in that sense.
So it's like 90%.
So if it's someone that you're not taking seriously, but you're still kind of
Yeah,
seeing.
it's still on the side. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, where
That's
she's
fair.
running her mouth saying like, "Oh yeah, guess what I was just fucking with,"
Right.
and
that's
then
fair.
Okay.
when something's brought up to the guy, he's like, "No."
Okay, so be that as it may. Now here's the bigger question. Be that as it may, you are considered a side at that point, you're single. If you get the girl pregnant, is she still considered a side?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Still considered a side?
She didn't really step up. She just got pregnant.
yeah. That's like, well, no, technically in this chick in Brittany Renner's case, what is that? That poor young guy. I feel so
I
bad.
forgot his name.
Damn, he's like 20.
PJ?
I think so. He's
PJ
like 25,
Washington.
26. Is it? I
Is it?
fuck, I forgot his name.
Young dude, yeah, about young to mid-20s.
Yeah.
He's
Really?
22.
There
She
you
just
go.
like they pulled up like an old video where she's saying like pretty much like knocked up by an athlete, they're stupid as fuck. And
Yeah. She was
Yeah,
breaking down
I
the
don't-
plan. Breaking
I
down the
don't I
blueprint.
didn't think we would ever talk about it, so I never saved it, but I've seen it pop up. I'm sure if you look up like the hashtag on Instagram, it'll pop up.
The blueprint for the Hold'em.
Yeah, like she's in her car and she's like, they're stupid as fuck. Like if like giving out like pointers. And then I think this is probably way before. It didn't look that old, but and then all of a sudden now, she had to
But that makes sense why she's getting
she
so
left
much
him.
backlash the way she is because her mouth gets her in trouble. I feel like she kind of exudes different sides of her personality. Like,
She got a little bit of that, some bipolar.
she's a little loony.
Could be, yeah, a little loony.
She's very smart, but then sometimes she could be a little irate in how she explains things. I'm like,
I think that's what, yeah, because I like, not that I fuck with her, but to a certain extent, I can, like, I rock with her, like,
Yeah,
she,
like-
she has it, she's, like, entertaining, she's smart, but then all of a sudden, when she puts her foot in her mouth, you're just listening to her, like, wait, what?
yeah.
5 minutes ago, you claimed this, and you're saying this, but now you're running it back, because whoever's interviewing her usually, because she was on No Jumper, Adam said something, and I think she got all pissed off or whatever. When
You
she
can
was
tell
on
she
JVP,
gets-
she did the same shit.
She gets
Ah.
emotionally charged. That rational thought just goes out the fucking window.
Yeah,
she
that-
put her foot in her mouth deeper and deeper.
Everybody calling her a pedophile, that didn't help either. She was trying to explain that off too.
Is that considered a pedophile?
I don't think so, cause
No.
this nigga willingly went into. I mean,
Well, not him. It was because she was out of college and she took a picture out of college. And she's like 30 something for how old she is. And she's there and they're like, she's like,
18.
something about hide your sons.
Yeah, that legal. I mean, that's her trolling too. I mean, that's no different than fucking 6ix9ine going on O Block in front of a mural
yeah, that nigga.
and posing and shit, and saying fuck whoever's on the mural.
Yeah.
Yeah, same shit.
Yeah, I saw it as trolling, but she got really like hyped up about it by everybody. You know, she's feeding off of everybody talking shit. So I mean, I don't know if I would call that. What's it? I kind of hope it was a college. I don't think it was a high school. If it was a high school, that's even
Nah,
worse.
high school's no. She'd be stupid to do that. Had to be a college.
I don't know.
You don't do that shit.
But yeah, that so I.
doing the shit she doing now.
But as far as
Yeah.
but as far as Baby and Danny Lay, like the fact that that shit was even posted online just goes to show you like how sick it is. And when you do that like, on a small level, like I'm not one for wanting to see people's relationship issues online. Like I know people that are couples and stuff online, and people that share like fucking Facebook pages and shit. And it's really ugly and really stupid and really unnecessary. Like even when you see it on a big scale like that, I've never seen like on a local level someone post their live like their breakup. I've never want to fucking see that. It's one of those embarrassing rooms like 3 people are watching.
I had a friend that did that shit. Well, not alive.
Yeah, not alive. I'm seeing niggas just be like post the girl draws and shit. This bitch better come get her shit.
Oh, bro, see that's fucked up. See,
my boys did this and I'm like, dog. Come on, nigga.
And that was public.
Fuck's sake.
Public, exactly.
just imagine how funny this shit will be in 10 years when we're all doing this from the metaverse.
Yo, bro, I still don't even understand what it really is. Like, I haven't delved. I've seen like.
You ever
little
seen Ready Player
commercials.
One? You ever see that movie?
Yeah.
It's that. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You go home, you put on the headset,
No.
and then we're just in a
I was
fucking world.
always
Yo, we be
fair.
doing this interview from our homes. She'll be home, I'll be home, you'll be home. You just join us in our little virtual room, and we'll film it. You'll be your avatar, we'll be our avatars.
It's fire, but it's weird.
It's
yeah,
weird, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of us driving to meet at one place, do all this, we're just doing it from our home.
I think it's weird.
That's essentially what it is.
Weird.
Yeah.
I think it's weird.
I don't know parts.
After
It's
Black
just
Mirror,
dense.
I just think it's just.
Do you, all right, so, okay, well, we can talk about that, but like, do you feel like, because we're looking at that like 10 years from now, that's going to be the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm black guy's gonna be on a remote land somewhere, my own irrigation system, and one Wi-Fi signal.
And you can do that in the metaverse. That's the great thing.
Yeah, no.
You can have that.
No.
Oh man.
It'll be your space. Or you want that for real?
Yeah, I want that.
Or you want the, I'm thinking about metaverse wise. I'm like, you can make
no,
that happen.
You know, he meant
Fuck the
real.
metaverse. I don't trust it, man. I don't trust it. Hey, man, I'm gonna be one of them paranoid conspiracy theorists with my own land fenced off. Like, hey, don't cross my damn fence. I got a guard dog and automatic weapons. They on you right now. You just don't see it.
I feel it.
That's how I'm coming, bro.
That shit is just weird to me.
What?
Metaverse.
Metaverse in general?
Right.
Like I know
Report
people
about
like the consensus is that it's weird, but I know like a couple people that are
You don't
still
do that shit.
they want to invest in it. They want to at least like buy,
Absolutely.
well not like we'll buy stock because it's definitely gonna fucking blow up, but it's still as somebody who's like getting close to like start having kids and shit and thinking about that. I don't know. It's just weird.
What are some positives that you see from this?
That my man's gonna make some money off his stocks. That's about it.
I guess so.
That's
I
about
mean,
it.
product wise, but yeah, you can't go wrong with that either.
No, I know he just they did like a whole
Presentation.
not press maybe a presentation, yeah. They asked something about contact lenses. They for some reason they asked him, will this be able like how
Oh, yeah, I
far
talked
do you
about that.
see you guys just doing something where it's like as small as like a contact lens
Yeah.
and you're in it? And he's like, well, no, we're far from that. Like this is just goggles. That's it.
Goggles and the glasses, yeah.
Yeah.
If it gets to that level, bro, it's like,
Why
y'all
not?
better have a cure for all this crazy shit that's out
Exactly.
here. Herpes, AIDS, all that shit.
That's
all
how I
that
see
shit.
it.
Because, it's like, the worst thing we had back in the day is fucking common cold. Then you niggas came out and did a whole bunch of science bullshit and made all this extra shit.
Well, technically there was yellow fever and syphilis. Syphilis is still
Well, I
going
mean,
around.
That kind of goes back to what we were saying before, conspiracy theories, man. I think conspiracy theories, the ones that I believe in, I think that's one of them.
What?
I think that the healthcare companies, like, they have the cures for these diseases, but they just put out bullshit versions of them to keep people going to the doctor and keep people getting these medicines.
I want to watch that new show on Hulu. I think it's about Big Pharma, but I forgot the name of it.
Isn't that Michael Keaton joint? I heard,
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about
Oh,
it.
Looks
Dope
fucking
Sick.
good.
Dope Sick.
Yeah, it looks fucking good. I'm about to start watching.
I heard
We should probably do that.
Joe
Oh,
Budden
I gotta
talking
watch
about
you.
that shit.
Bro, I
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
watch it.
Yeah, 'cause-
You're
Well,
caught up?
Yeah, I'll finish that shit.
Oh, see,
That's
that's
so
our
good.
thing is, we watch a show and we'll catch up and
And
we'll
then
talk about it.
It's segment shit
So I
we
got a
watched.
lot. Yeah, shit we watched. Take a quick 30-second break before I answer this. I'm gonna answer this last thing because we were kind of talking about it. It was a question I actually was going to bring up to you before, but you mentioned epiphanies before while you were inebriated. What's one thing from both of you, and then I'll say it last, what's one thing you guys learned from being fully inebriated? Any epiphany, any like crazy, life-changing moment? What did you learn?
Any restriction that I had on myself was, self-induced. I could do anything I want. It's like the pressures of life and, us getting in our own way. That kind of restricted me more than anybody else telling me I couldn't do something.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my epiphany.
Sade, that was really good. Good fucking answer, man.
Was this not recording?
Oh my god.
Bruh.
I'm gonna choke you in the face right now. If that's the case.
I'll check it back. It's fine. We have the audio from this anyway. You're fine.
Okay.
We're good. Mine. What have I learned? Fuck.
I'm nervous.
I'm
Ass
pretty
laugh
fucked
hers.
up. Can we specify on what?
Anything.
Just anything?
Something about yourself, about life.
I can handle my liquor. No, not that. Okay. When I used to smoke heavy. Yeah.
Okay.
When I used to smoke
I
heavy.
miss those days that I've never seen.
Oh, actually, to go back. So when you were saying like before, like you would do things and it was like on your own terms, and then sometimes you don't. We just somehow just doesn't fit for me.
I just don't see why. I want to smoke so much with this girl. Like she don't understand.
But you stop smoking?
A long time ago.
A long time ago, bro.
A long time ago.
I didn't even realize.
Since I met her, she ain't been smoking.
No, a long time ago.
I think I've only seen this girl take one hit once, just one hit. I don't even think I saw it.
Because it was the peer pressure. I was just like,
I don't even think I
fine.
saw it. I was
Usually
in the room, but
I don't
see it.
succumb to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I
I
just
felt like
No.
no.
It would have been a cigarette.
When I'm tired,
Would've been
I
a
look
cigarette.
high as fuck. That's probably it.
You probably shouldn't smoke cigarettes though.
Yeah. But like when I'm tired, I look high as fuck. Apparently, like I can even like feel my eyes. Like and I'm like, yeah, I feel high as shit.
It's like a dream of mine just to smoke with her.
I don't know.
I roll up. I just sit with her. We're in a car and we just listen to music and we just go back and forth.
No, and it's funny
It's my
because
dream.
my father, he was a drug dealer, so it was just funny to me how my mom would always say like, oh, but he only like smoked cigarettes. He didn't drink. He didn't do nothing. Like yeah, he sold it, but like he didn't do anything because he liked having that control and knowing like he was controlling any situation he would be in. Like he couldn't just if you're inebriated, you're really not.
Succumb to drugs.
So it's slowly, that's how I ended up being. Even when I drink, I don't get that fucked up. Every now and then I'll give myself like
And she
it's like
drink
a day
lot,
off,
bro.
and I'll get white girl wasted. And I drink a lot. Yeah, but no, I just found that funny. Yeah, no, I just no. I mean, like I'll smoke. No, edibles. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's usually like to go to sleep. Like I got off work and
Wait,
I'm
so you
fucking
didn't even
my
answer the
body
question.
hurts.
So what did you learn?
Let me see. I used to write some good shit when I used to smoke heavy. Yeah, I used to write some good ass shit. And also, I don't know. It's like I was never really. I was always just me when I used to smoke. When I'm drunk, it's probably even worse. It is worse. I have no filter when I'm drunk.
Still haven't answered the question.
I don't know. I honestly don't think I learned anything.
Never learned anything? Okay.
No, I learned that men with insecurities No, that men have insecurities. That's it. There's always something that happens, and men
That's a
topple
cause for the
over.
way they
yeah.
act.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there was one situation, we had like this work outing thing, and I work with a couple. They were fighting, and we end up going to a bar after like the outing. She got really fucked up. Apparently, she didn't even remember. She's like, I remember stopping at Wendy's, and then after that, I don't remember shit. She's like, I don't even know how we got there. Well, she's like, I know you drove, but like I don't remember actually going to the bar. She didn't remember anything. She made out with a couple girls, motorboated me. Like it was, but like it was to me, it was like not like it's just shit like this happens. It's not that big of a deal. But her boyfriend, huh?
It's just Wednesday.
It was actually a Wednesday.
It was actually
Well,
Wednesday.
it was Tuesday night into Wednesday morning.
Hey.
Yeah. So
Party animal.
So he calls me. He calls me the next day, and he's like, "Is it true?" And then says one of the girls that she made out with. And then I'm like, the phone was cutting off, so I was just like, I'm gonna use that. What? No, I seriously can't hear you. He hangs up, calls again. I have you on speaker. Is it true? I was like, yeah.
Don't be that guy.
I was like, yeah. And then asked me something else. I answer it. Then goes, has she ever cheated on me like this before? I'm like, what? I'm like,
Put you on
no.
the spot on speakerphone.
But
bro.
I was
The
lost.
audacity.
He
The
threw. No,
audacity of this
I was
man.
on the. She was the other person there. Like it's not that I was on the spot. It was just the word cheated threw me for a fucking loop. And then he went around asking most of the men at work, and one of our bosses goes, you don't want my answer. He's like, no, but what would you do if, you found out your girl was making out, like you guys got in a fight and your girl made out with some other girl at a bar.
With another girl at the bar?
And the boss was like, you will really want my answer? I'd be like, all right, where is she at? Like, yeah, that's it. He was like, I would just ask where she's at. Can we do something?
Yeah.
Like he was like, I would only be mad if I wasn't around.
Yeah.
And maybe we can recreate some shit. That's what he said.
Right.
That's what the boss said.
Right. Breeze him.
Like you just, yeah. And he's looking at him like he was upset. Like he stopped talking. He didn't talk to anybody. He shut me out for a couple days because he found out because I didn't tell him that she motorboated me. I'm like, man, I was like, you saw the shirt I was wearing. My boobs weren't even really out. It doesn't even count. So I told him.
What am I gonna do? Go chase down the girl that my girlfriend made out with and beat her ass? What am I gonna do?
He can't. He doesn't even make eye contact with the two girls that she did.
Exactly. And what would you do? You gonna go beat up on the girl? What do you
Honestly,
it happened.
I would have been like me. I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh yeah, you cheated on me with a girl. Let's have a threesome. No, I don't like that shit. But I'm not gonna hold that against her because I'm like, at the end of the day, at least he ain't a nigga. At least you ain't fuck nobody.
Right.
You good? You got home safe.
Yeah.
You be
You
tripping,
scissored.
babe. You owe me some.
There
pussy.
was-
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, by the
fuck
way-
that.
You trying to scissor out here.
Sources say that scissoring shit is not real.
So what do they do?
Huh?
What do they do? They're bumping
Well,
clips.
I don't ask. No, it hurts. So that's not a real thing that.
Oh, the
people
clip bumping hurts?
Huh?
The clip bumping hurts?
Nah,
Scissoring?
They be click grinding. They be
Clip
like,
grinding, right? I mean, that's
That's
scissoring.
scissoring. No. I've
bumping clits.
I have friends who say that shit
Clitty
hurts.
bumps.
It's not. It looks like it hurts.
Does it?
It
I
looks
think
like
it hurts if you don't got a fat cat. Like,
Yeah,
That's
right.
probably
You just got
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
that
you got-
sliver, that sliver of skin, and you just, it's
Like
gonna
there's
hurt.
innies and there's outies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the really big outies.
There's all vaginas are outies, bro.
No, there's
There's
innies.
fat
There's
cooches,
a couple
and then
that
there's like some skinny.
the
ass
really
cooches.
thin ones are innies.
Would those be innies?
Yeah.
I
You can
guess
tell
so.
when it's an innie.
But I mean,
Just by
I
the
guess, but
look.
it's still like they're still out. Like it's not like everything is out or everything is in. You still got lips there, no?
Not
No,
really.
the lips are there, but the lips it's just not as.
It's not. It don't have
They don't
that
stick
grip.
out as- they don't stick out as much.
It's not like juicy. It's not like.
And it's not just that's
not
also
like-
the size of the clit, too.
Oh, then
You
I
know,
don't know.
because there's like some really big ones, and then there's like that look like little baby
I don't
dicks,
really
because
know
that
mine.
essentially are
I don't know any of
all
that.
clits are baby dicks.
Yeah, technically.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So there's just
Don't even
ones that
put
are like
in
really
there,
huge,
dog. They ain't put that in there. I hate when they said that shit. I was like,
right? When you
y'all
found that out,
coulda
that was
let-
like
when I found that, I was like, y'all could have kept that.
That was the
baby
saddest
dicks?
moment of my life. I'm like, you mean to tell me that shit? I've been
I've been flicking the
What?
shit out that dick. Like, what the fuck? I feel gay as hell.
And the fact that we're all born with one when we first like
Yeah.
are like a cell or like sperm cell, whatever. Yeah, we all. You don't have a
It
clip.
either goes in or out.
Yeah,
That's it.
right.
You're 2 chromosomes short. Of getting
Yeah,
that
no, when you're
vagina.
saying innie and outie, I'm literally thinking like you guys just talking about like dick. Like I'm confused right now. I'm like all cooches are just there. The fuck was I gonna say? Shit. No, a friend of mine said that it's not. What was it? Because one of our other friends, he was like, "So what? You and your girl scissor or some shit?" Because this is also like this is a long time ago. Her like coming out to us and everything. And I look at my one friend who is just, and he's a fucking dog. And I'm like, don't ask her that. Just please don't ask her. But she said it. She was just like, no, like that should actually kind of, it's not like amazing. It's not that, no. Porn, that shit hypes it up.
I guess so, yeah.
But it looks like it hurts. I've seen
looks
some porn.
great. It
That
looks
shit
hot
look like it
in
hurt.
porn.
Huh?
What? 2 hot ass chicks just crossing?
No,
Okay.
but it's I don't know.
Bumping
Sometimes
uglies?
when you see like if it like it almost looks like skin coming off like leather, like a leather chair. Like it just don't. I don't know. It just don't like.
I'm mad that I pictured the fuck out that shit. I'm just like that
Umbrella-
slow
umbrella
relief when
the
you pull
couch.
up from it, yo. That
The skin just slowly coming apart.
It just looks like awkward as fuck. Oh my god, I could not.
Slight upheaval of skin. Fucking.
Do we have anything to actually talk about?
Can we pause for 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Ain't none of them motherfuckers in this.
We back. We back.
Ain't that right?
Yeah, so you were talking about something off air, which I caught only like half of it or less than half, but it's something that kind of hit close. So go ahead.
So for me, truth is a big thing. Now, when it comes to this, people try to sugarcoat because they don't know how this person can handle their truth. But it's not that the person that they're talking to can't handle it. They can't handle how they could do something to someone that they care about or love so much. But they rather lie. It's easier for them to lie than to tell you the truth. And to me, that makes no sense. So I always tell them.
Yeah. No,
I always tell them, like, literally you have to tell it the way that you know it, because I'm not going to understand your perspective. But if you tell me bluntly what you feel, then maybe we could come to a understanding where it's like, okay, now elaborate more. You got it out? Because people, they need to get it out first so they can get past that nervousness of truly holding back. Because if they feel like you can't handle it, they're going to pinch their words and they're not going to say things right. And all that nervousness is just going to, end up blocking all that real shit that they need to get out in the first place.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, okay, don't think about my feelings. Just speak your truth. You can't hurt me unless you speak your truth. So say what that is, and then we go from there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you hinder that in any way, it's just going to make this whole situation a waste of time. And I'm a big dude on not wasting my motherfucking time.
Oh,
Like,
a fucking
don't
man.
play with me. You feel me? Like, because I give everybody that due diligence. Like, be straight with me, and we good. Because they'll do well, I don't know how to say this. And those are emotional cues for you to work yourself up to it.
Exactly.
Now, you just need to cut that shit and say what it is, because at that point, you pissing me off. Like, because you know what you want to say. You know what you want to say.
Yeah.
But for some reason, you're holding it back in fear of losing me, hurting me with your words. And it's like, that's not what this is about.
Yeah.
They've been through too many situations in the past where they try to be like that, or maybe just one time in the past where they've been like that and it backfired completely, and it's caused them to shut down whenever
And
that moment
you know what
happens.
it is? Another side of that, the duality, is that these people see themselves in you because they have been dealt this type of either dishonesty or that type of situation. So they see in themselves, and it's almost like they get scared. And I'm like, yo, you can't do that, because I know you've been through it. You've told me. I understand that. But you can't. That's not how we do this shit, man. Like, it's life.
100%.
Like, you get hurt. Like, I got hurt worse, and so many different times with females. But I tell them all the time, I'm like, yo, what hurts the most is that you don't trust me to understand or even give me the chance to try to understand. That hurts the most.
Yeah.
Like,
the act of hurting my feelings, you don't know it's gonna hurt me
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't give me that chance to understand you.
Yeah.
Me, I don't like to play victim. I don't like to say, well, you hurt my feelings. I'm not one of the niggas that's gonna harp on you and pick fun. I'm gonna listen to everything, we deliberate our bullshit, and then I'm going to digest. But a lot of the times they want to force responses out of you because they're like, well, I finally just told you, so what do you want to do? You want to be done already or what? And then it's like,
Oh, that passive aggressive shit.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
had the
yeah.
time to sit with this shit. You've been sitting on this shit.
You knew it.
And
You
I
fucking
get the
knew.
time to actually
Yeah.
sit on it and think about if I still want to deal with you, and you can't give me that because you're like, well, if you're going to leave me, I'm going to leave you before you leave me. Motherfucker, you left me already in your head mentally.
Oh no, of course.
Yeah, you've already worked out that way.
You know what I'm
That's-
saying?
That's one of the toughest things, I think, in a relationship. I don't know if you go through it with this, Sade, where it's like to try to make it through any type of argument without saying anything petty or saying anything inflammatory. Like I try, like, because I'm a sarcastic person. I can be
Yeah,
dry, I can
same.
be sarcastic. I can come off very much more of an asshole than she can, than my partner can. And it's very hard for me sometimes to not say that. Well, like, all right, well, you started this, and then walk away.
Yeah.
Like I try very hard to like not say those things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because that's the other way to kind of start shit like that. I don't know if you've had that same issue.
Oh no, I'm still trying to figure that out. 10 years, and I'm still trying to figure that
Right?
out.
It takes time. It just
It's it.
patience. And
Yeah.
it's just something just always sets it off.
Like we've had a discussion about the jabs because he'll throw jabs too. We've had a discussion about that. Because my biggest thing is like, of course, communication, but it's telling the truth, and it's not even like going out of your way to lie, but it's omitting things or just not talking about shit. It's like what's the point? What's the point of lying? What's the point of not? I'm a blunt person, and I don't. The only people I've ever really sugarcoated for is people that I don't necessarily care about, that I can tell
Outsiders.
that they're sensitive, so I have to sugarcoat just because past experience dictate it. It's like, okay, like, do I really want to go through this? Somebody crying because I said something mean when it's not even really mean. Like I've told, like, work, like I've told somebody like, yo, you suck. Like, this is what you got to do to be better at your job. And I've been pulled to the side. Hey, you got to learn how to talk to people. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm just saying, because I'll say what I think without actually.
How mean is that? How mean is she?
What?
It's pretty mean.
Right. Imagine that. Imagine that music, bro. This is the beat. Spit already. Rap. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Deal with it, motherfucker.
Just deal with it. Yeah. Every now and then you could catch me just not giving a fuck, and I'll just say whatever's on my mind. Like, if you catch me in a moment where I got so much going on and I'm running down shit in my head, the filter is not working at all. But yeah, no, the sugarcoating shit is so much more work. So for people that I care about, it's kind of like a filtering process in its own. Like, if you can be in my inner circle, then it means that you can talk to you how I'm gonna talk to you, like how I want to, I'm free to not hold back and not sugarcoat, because that whole sugarcoating shit is exhausting. Because now I have to think about what I'm gonna say. Like, and I remember I went to somebody, I'm like, yo, do people really do this? Do people think about what they're saying? And not just to me. This is years ago. It was my early 20s. I'm like, it's fucking foreign to me.
Yeah.
Like, I just, like, do I really have to contemplate, like, okay, what are the consequences if I say this next sentence? That's a lot of fucking time. Like, so when it comes to relationships, especially, like, I mean, my own, yeah, I've had to not sugarcoat, but I have to watch, because I know there are certain things that he'll just look at me like, you didn't have to say it like that, which he has before. Like, he'll just be like, damn. And he even said it one time, like, years ago, early on, where we fixed it, but he said it, damn, what did he say? He was like, I love the fact that you're blunt. I just don't like when you're blunt with me. And in my early 20s, I'm thinking, okay, so, and this is around the time that at work they're telling me, learn how to talk to people and you got to sugarcoat and blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, okay, so do I just not, like, so it was, like, on for, like, the next, like, year or two of me not being blunt with him. and at one point I couldn't do it anymore. So we had it kind of exploded into a fight, but then we resolved it right away. And he was like, no, I didn't know that you took it to that extent. No, I wasn't. You didn't have to do all that. I was just saying, like, yeah, sometimes the shit you say, it's like, well, damn, like, okay, but I think, like, you're blunt. That's who you are, and that's what I love about you. So you didn't have to fix it. And I'm like, oh, stupid old me, young and shit. Like, I'm thinking I had to fix that. He's like, no, you don't have to fix it.
You're an overthinker, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. And I also think,
Me too.
like, in that type of dynamic, someone needs to be that type of person that's going to say that to kickstart the other person to say some honest shit, too. Because you don't need two people that are both sensitive and quiet and passive to not say anything and have a whole relationship, because that could happen too.
I wonder if
and
that
then you just go
works.
in years just being nice to each other and not and sweeping shit under the rug and not saying the obvious.
Yeah.
Someone's got to be that fire starter, and then the other person's like, oh yeah, well, you this and this, and then that becomes okay. Now we're communicating, and that was the communication we needed from like way long ago. And shit. So yeah, I can see that. But sometimes the jabs help. Sometimes my jabs,
Hey.
they get shit going. I hate to say, but when you're single, man, that's got to be fucking a headache. You don't need that when you're single,
Bro, dating in this day and age is so shit.
Yeah, we always say that. Like I couldn't see myself doing it, bro. I could not see myself doing it.
Honestly, my boy always says, he was like, bro, I don't know how you do this shit, bro, but it's a lot of toxicity around and people not being aware of themselves. Like, for me, like, I'm very aware of self.
Yeah.
So when any other energy tries to impose something that's not a part of me, I see it. You know what I mean? If I fall deep for a person, I kind of overlook it, but my mind makes a note of it. And it kind of categorizes all of the times and how they do certain things. And once you hurt me in a way where I'm lucid now, it's like, all right, cool. I see what it is. I see the pattern. I'm going to tell you what it is. Check yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Check yourself. I'm not supposed to check you. I'm supposed to make you aware. But that internal check is on you. Now, it's up to you to get that straight. Don't expect me to carry the weight of that. Like, I like Will Smith for saying that, like, you're responsible for your own happiness. We come together and we put our happiness together type shit. Like,
That's one of the deepest quotes. I think that's one of the most important quotes that Will Smith has ever said that I've like completely like agreed with, and like tell my partner or anybody else is like, yo, make sure your happiness is fully on you and not based on somebody else. Yes, we share kids. Yes, we have a great relationship, but please make sure your happiness is based on what you can provide for yourself. Don't let it be focused on me or anybody else. Like, you gotta make sure you're happy within yourself. Make sure you love you. Don't worry if we love you or not. You gotta love yourself first and foremost. When he said that, I forgot how he delivered it, but yeah, just like your happiness is not dependent on me or blah whatever shit. It's just dependent on yourself. That's one of the deepest fucking quotes ever. Yeah.
Me and my twin always say that. It's like, Will Smith's my dad. I was like, yo, sorry, Pops. That's my dad. Letting you know, I fuck with Will.
Yeah, you got that book?
Hell yeah, nigga.
Yeah, so, how much you
I didn't even get to read it yet because I've been working so fucking much, bro. Because I want to, like, I watched the YouTube series that he was doing for it. So I watched everything around it, but I never got to dive into it yet because I haven't had that peace of mind. Like, even on the weekend, I've been busy. I'm like, shit, I need to, like, I don't want to, pick it up and be like, oh, I'm tired. You know what I mean? I just want to be rested and say, let me enjoy it and digest it, because this is this man's life. Like, and I love Will Smith, bro. Like, that's probably one of the only celebrities I'll like, yeah, I'm fangirling, nigga.
Word.
I fucking love you, nigga.
I would say him, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, Rock. Oh, my God. I fucking love Rock.
I read Charlemagne's books. Both of his books. They were pretty good.
I still got to read that shit.
I never considered him like a hero, though. I guess until recently.
I like Charlemagne's perspective on a lot of things. I feel like there's still a side we just don't know about him, but I do respect his mind. He's a very, very smart dude, so I respect that about him. I just feel like there's more to him than meets the eye, but other than that, I mean, in the professional setting, I like him because he's charismatic, funny as hell, And sometimes his analogy is a little crazy, but
Oh yeah.
we need a little crazy. It's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. Like, he literally makes me laugh. I'm like, bro, I can't with this nigga. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But I know he could be a dangerous mind at that. So, I mean, he's just somebody, like, you have to watch. But I fuck with him.
Yeah, I fuck with him too.
D.L. Hughley, I actually really fuck with him.
D.L.
Like,
Hughley, I have
Yeah.
probably like one of the
Shit, man.
realest niggas.
Yeah.
Like, he talks straight. That
I know he's very
motherfucker.
opinionated. I didn't know that much, and then I started seeing like IG clips.
Yeah, nah, bro. When he talks his shit,
It's like cutthroat almost.
yeah,
It's
it's
great. I think that's dope.
serrated edge blade in that motherfucker. That nigga,
Mm-hmm.
he talk his shit, but it's so real that you can't even be mad. It's
Right.
like, he's blunt, and I'm a blunt person, so
Yeah.
I
That
I
makes
respect that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, man, fucking life.
No, this shit is no, because I heard you talking about him. Like, yeah, because we just had a thing, and he's still trying to figure out how to communicate.
Yeah.
We're still in that, he's gotten better since we first started dating and shit, but communicating doesn't come as easy to him, or he just feels like, it's not that important. I'm like, man, I tell you the gossip at work. Like, I'm like, you can tell me shit. Like, it's fine. Like, he knows that anything he would tell me doesn't upset me. It just, to him, it's like, if I'm not thinking about it in the moment, then I'm not going to say it, kind of thing. Where I'm trying, but to me, I was like, it's not completely like lying. Like, we've been through that phase though. Like the phase of the lie. God, that shit is something though. Especially in like the beginning of something and a beginning of a relationship, and you're just trying to, as an honest person, you want to be with this other person, but you're just like you can't get around the line. You're like, how do I do this? How do I get around this? Should I get around it? Like,
Yeah, that's a day by day thing.
Yeah, it's just a process. I mean,
Yeah.
Shit, wow.
And then you realize it's not the fact that they don't want to talk. It's just that they're not accustomed to sharing.
yeah.
Shit.
It's hard to break that habitual cycle when it started.
It really is. Like my girl's, her father's side of the family, there's about 5-6 siblings, brothers and sisters, and they're all kind of in the Jersey area. None of them are like the caring, loving type. The ones that don't live in Jersey, like they're in Florida and I think in D.C. or like, yeah, they are. Like, they're very cool to be around. Whenever I see them, they're dope. But everyone else are like very cold and like they don't hug each other. The grandparents don't like. They kind of just shake hands.
That's weird.
But that's just how they were raised. And now I see
Yeah.
it when I talk to the other, like her father and her uncle. I'm like, yeah, you're just not that type.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But that's just how they were raised. You know, it's just like when you experience that and you see it, it's kind of crazy to think about. Because my family was like, yo, we give each other hugs, we give each other dap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild as shit, man.
And I'm considered to be the cold one of the family.
I can see. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm literally cold right now. But
Oh, shit.
no, yeah, I'm like the cold one of the family. That when I was younger, my mom would be like, can I get a hug? I'm like, all right, fine. I mean, I give my mom love now because I don't see her as much.
Damn, you're cold-hearted.
Yeah, I don't something. I mean, yeah,
love your
shit.
mom.
Yeah, no.
I love that woman.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome. To think that she fucking.
I know. Sorry.
That's what I should have told her that day.
She's so nice.
I was like, can you tell you? I try to fucking buy her food, and she says no.
No, I remember I think the first time her and Villa met, Villa was talking so much. It was actually like around the
when
time
she
me
just
and Villa
talk
were
shit.
getting close. He was talking so much shit about
Should've done
me.
that.
My mom's like, fuck. I don't know. She sided with him. She said some wild shit, but she sided with him, and I just don't remember. She's like, nah, stand up for yourself or some
I was
shit.
being
I forgot what she
respectful. I
told
should have
Villa.
stood up for myself. I was like, look, your daughter just threatens me
I don't threaten you.
at least twice a week.
I don't threaten you.
Calls me racist stuff by text, sometimes by phone.
No, I do not.
Yo.
Now you're just lying. I
Yo,
don't fuck with the lying.
Shoots
bruh.
down my podcast ideas.
Not all the
I
time.
had to beg to get lights in here.
No, wait. What are you talking about?
Look, just because Shake's here, don't have to hide it.
Oh, we're making shit up now. We're making shit up.
Hey, man, I'm just here.
Oh,
I'm here for the
shit.
commentary.
Yo, man. Oh, thank you, by the way, for that. I mean to ask you because as much as we talk and we catch up about music stuff and life stuff, I don't know much about you growing up. So I wanted to get the quick little synopsis of everything. So I like to learn that about, my favorite MC. So where exactly did you grow up?
I grew up in Paterson, New Jersey, baby.
Okay, Paterson, baby. Okay, no doubt.
Yes, sir.
That's what it was. All right. And so that was elementary, middle school, high school.
I dipped when I was in 7th grade, and I transitioned. I went to Lodi High School.
Lodi High.
Yeah, so I finished up my 8th grade year in Lodi Middle School, TJMS, Thomas Jefferson Middle School. So my last, I think 8th grade, 2 months into 8th grade in School 26 in Paterson, I freaking moved to live with my dad in the suburbs over there in that Italian town, Lodi. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie, it was the biggest transition. I feel like for me, it was like the best thing because the hood made me who I was. Like it made me fearless. I wasn't scared. It made me strong. Cause I got bullied, all of that shit. Went through the name calling, just mad crazy shit. Cause the hood be wildin'.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's some irate ass students in that bitch, and I don't know. I felt like the shit I learned in the hood just made me strong. I wasn't scared nowhere.
The hood is a seasoning of life.
That shit gave me
Seasoning of life. I like that.
impenetrable armor.
Title.
You know what I'm saying? When I went to Lodi, it was kind of crazy because my dad was like, loosen up, man. This ain't Paterson, man. This is the suburbs, nigga.
Right, because
I was always on
I've been through a transition like that. It's tough. Yeah, I get it.
It goes back to being accustomed. It's what you know.
I was ready to fight anybody who felt like they were too comfortable in my space.
Right.
First day, dude snatch something from somebody that I let hold. He went to see my schedule or some shit. Some big dude came through, snatched that shit. I looked at him, I said, nigga, give me my shit. Don't touch it. I don't like you. I don't know who you are. Get out my face. And that's how I came. And he was like, gosh, fine. I was like, yeah, fine, move. And then it was like, why are you so serious? I was like, why are you still in my face?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I had to learn how to chill a little bit because I was on 100.
Yeah.
As soon as you try me, I'm shutting that shit down. And that's what Paterson taught me. Don't take shit. As soon as you let, even if you can't fight, the one thing hood niggas respect is if you don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. You set that standard that I'm not to be fucked with, regardless if you can't fight, they gonna respect it.
Oh no, of course. 1,000%.
You know what I'm saying?
And I always say, I was like, well, whenever I tend to mouth off to somebody a lot bigger than me, I'm just often at my job. One time I was like, I don't give a fuck, staring up at this one guy.
Say it with your chest.
My whole thing is I said I might lose this fight, but I'm gonna put up one hell of a fight.
I'm gonna go down swinging.
I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
It's
you gonna remember me. I'm gonna leave some scars. Fuck out of here.
Facts.
But I've transitioned like that before. It was 4th, 5th grade, and yeah, it's pretty big. And I kind of had to. I mean, at that age, you really shouldn't be on guard, especially when you're going to the suburbs. But I kind of I learned how to kind of let down the guard, but then seeing, being pretty much the only brown person,
yeah,
barely any Asians, barely any one black family that literally just came in from Nigeria or some shit. Then you had this one black girl who thought she was white. Then you had a couple Spanish chicks that were half white, half Spanish, and they were sisters, and then that was it. Everybody else was white. So being the only one that actually I wore Tim's overalls, everybody's wearing I don't know, fucking polka dot shirts, but some bullshit. But just kind of I singled myself out, not intentionally, but I also felt like they were not as welcoming. They weren't welcoming. Yeah. So I let down the guard, but then I felt like I had to keep it up, just because I felt like I had somebody actually call this woman called me the N-word, hard ER, and then I looked at her. I'm like, what?
That bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry, you fucking spick, and threw that out. And I was just like, what?
The caucasity.
I'm 10, 11, and then her husband looked at her and yelled at her. It went off at no, cause like I was walking my dog. Our 2 dogs got like their leash got fucked up, and then me and the husband trying to detangle it. Like, and the husband was cool as fuck. I went to school with their kid. I forgot it was a guy or girl, and their dog runs off, and then that's when she screamed at me. And I'm just like,
just picturing the whole thing. It's just hilarious in my head.
I was like, what?
That and the being gay.
A 10-year-old,
Yo, shut up,
bro.
Why you gotta bring that thing up?
Cause it's just great moments.
Yo, I want to slap that bitch. I'm not gonna lie. That was the
That
first
shit's
time.
wild.
Just that name in itself.
Yeah,
Or the VA
S.T.M.O,
gay.
VX,
That
VX gay, like.
VX, yeah, VX, not VA, VX gay. Yo, that bio alone though.
That shit hurt my. I ain't gonna lie. It was a big thing at my college. Like it was, I was like, y'all. It's not like y'all really laughing at the joke. Y'all laughing at me, motherfucker. This shit hurt.
I'm like the actual just used to the name. Like, that's just crazy.
Nah, in college, that's how I felt. At first, I was just like, y'all niggas think this shit is funny as fuck.
No, like
Shit
we
got
just
me
recently seen some weird stalker shit go down on social media, kind of going back to the baby and everything. Everything being aired out, kind of on both sides. The guy goes silent, the girl keeps going. Mind you, I seen a tweet. She's still kind of talking about him, and it's wild. It's fucking wild. I mean, I heard she was making up fake pages to spy on him. But I didn't hear nothing like that's you have a fan page. It's like a
I can't get rid of, damn it.
A backwards fan. I'll block it too. I mean, I'll report it. I got you.
I can't.
I have it saved. But definitely saved.
That's one
Well, it's in my search history.
People, the subliminals online are just ridiculous. That's why I can't stand Twitter, because Twitter just is one big subliminal for everybody.
I mean, I scroll past it.
I mean, how can you not make a subliminal post on Twitter? Unless you're
I
literally
hate when
talking about
people
something you're
think.
doing.
No, I hate when people think
That's
it
kind of
is.
true.
Or like I think I had said something at one show, and you pulled me to the side. You're like, "Oh, what happened?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, "Oh, because you said." "Oh no, I just said it." Like that wasn't like I forgot. I don't know if you probably don't even remember.
Oh, you said it, babe, but the statement that you said can still be considered as a subliminal statement.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I didn't have anything in mind when I said that.
Because you tell people, like, hey, just believe in yourself, or when times get tough, just push through it. Something like that, right? In the same sense.
Yeah.
So you said that.
Yeah, the past like 3 shows I've been saying the same shit.
If you tweet that, someone would automatically assume, oh, she's probably been through something that caused her to say that. That's what I meant by
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what, no, I thought you meant, no, that's very true.
Yeah, so
that's very true.
in that sense, everything that you tweet, essentially, unless it's you telling me you're doing something, hey, I just took a shit, and you tweeted that, that's not a subliminal shit. Unless you can turn that into somehow. But everything else you say is, in fact, a subliminal thing. And that's why I can't stand Twitter. Because no matter what, and there's mad niggas, there's mad rappers who just post, I'm sorry, now I'm getting into a rant. Nigga, all they do is just sub all day. Subliminal. You don't know who it's at, and it's mad annoying. I'm not saying it's at me. What?
Does it really bother you like that, though?
No, it's just that the fact that that's Twitter and the fact that that's like hot is just annoying to me. That is annoying to me. Seeing that all day.
That's why my Twitter, there's no activity on that bitch.
I guess I just appreciate pictures and content of that sort more.
I don't know. To me, like, I don't really, either I read into it or I don't. I just usually just scroll on by.
Yeah, because there's always a story to it. It's like, all right, so who are you talking about? And if I'm not going to get that, then I don't really give a fuck. Even if it's not about me, if it's just like, all right, so who are you talking about?
So?
That's the
mean,
part
like,
that just I don't care about.
In normal conversations, people talk about other people. It's the fact of life.
Well, that's different than just tweeting and not talking about anybody, leaving it to chance.
Bro, it's the same.
What?
It's the same.
Oh no, but you don't know who they're talking about when they're tweeting it.
No, but you can allude to something and not like to someone and not really say their name. We've done that in a normal conversation.
Man,
but regardless, it don't matter. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. But yeah, back to you. Off this. Back to you.
What about what?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut off and go with that.
No, time wise, yeah.
Oh, time wise, all right. Yeah. Well, do you want to get into the other shit, like little music related stuff as well?
No. Let's talk about Becoming King though.
Becoming King, man.
Yeah.
I be telling everybody like during the process of making that, like, I was slaying my demons, like, but then I got to a point where, like, I didn't need to slay them because they never died. The motherfuckers are always with
always
me.
around, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it started as like a slaying mission, and then it became, hey man, I sit and I talk with these niggas now. Like, we have a rapport. They've been here, we've been here, we've been doing this dance. It's like, hey buddy, have a seat. Get to know me a little bit.
Dance.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Dances with devils.
it's been in the makes for like since I fucking did Puto for the first time at Check It. Like, that's how long.
I will say, listening back, you keep changing the colors.
I'm getting different vibes when we talk about different topics.
Now I feel like I should change this, but
Nah,
like
you
this,
good, you
I'm
good. I
just
like
not
this.
gonna bother. This one
I'm
might
digging
die
it.
soon. But anyway, listening to it, it's funny because I'll listen to the song like Mad Hatter and all like My Heart. The shit I've seen you perform live. Listening to it, and it's always like, of course it's gonna be different because either headphones, car, you're getting like a different version of it. You're not seeing it live, and its shit still hits. Or I'm hearing things I didn't catch when you performed it live, or it's something different, but it's not a bad different. It's just like, okay, it lives on. Like, it still has, the song itself can stand on its own, and that's what I love.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
There's a lot of variety on the album.
And that's what I wanted to, because I'm the type of, I feel like my personality is eclectic. I pull from so many different places. Like, I couldn't just zero down. When people were like, oh, keep that flow. I'm like, bro, that's not me. I've never been an in-the-box nigga. I color outside the lines all the time because that's my creativity. It changes. It fluctuates. It goes by my mood. It goes by what a beat evokes out of me. So I can never promise anybody a version like okay, cool, rap like how you rapped on Puto. It's like, that's what Puto brought out of me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm a different artist when it comes to different beats. So for me, it's just like whatever I feel. But what I do like is when I sync up creative-wise with an artist and I can flow off with them. Because I'm like, that shit puts me in a different zone, and I love doing that. And
it's like a uni mind.
Yeah.
It's like one brain
eternal shit
type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that shit. But nah, man, it was like 2-3 years in the making. On top of that, like, what really pushed me to finish it, because it went under so many name changes and like I don't know, so many changes to the point where like I wasn't gonna do the shit. I was about to give up on the shit, and I was going through mad shit at the time. Not working, getting a job. I was living out my car at one point. Fucking. But I made it look good. Goddamn it, I made it look good. Nobody suspected a damn thing. It's like, Brandon always smell good, always looking clean. Hell yeah, nigga, I still did my laundry. What the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But I lost my boy, who was like a Gemini like me. His birthday is like literally the day after mine's, and that's who's on the cover. He's like my little bro.
At the Angel Wings.
I wanted to ask you that too.
His name is Daniel Brady, and while I was doing songs here and there, but I was like really doing the armed security shit heavy at that time. And every day I used to see him, like when I'll be out, and I'm like, that's not Brady. Brady's gone. You know what I mean? I kept thinking about him. And then I was like, yo, fuck that. I'm gonna make this for him. And I'm gonna do it for me too, like, you know what I mean? Because that's my brother. So the original release date was gonna be his birthday on the 8th, because mine was the 7th. But I ended up putting that on the flash drives, like the original date on there. And yeah, I don't know, man. The project is really close to me because Becoming King is just not like, oh yeah, I got some shiny ornament on my fucking head, I'm a king. No, it's being the king of your destiny, the king of your life, and just understanding that the self-projections that people put onto you aren't you. That's not the real you. The real you is who you decide to be after you've been through some shit. Right. So for me, that's why I call it like, yo, this is me slaying my demons and me going through these trials and tribulations, trying to figure out who I am as a man. And that's why that intro kind of hit, like, the intro hit different because I made that shit off the hip. Like, I was like, yo, this is not an album where I don't just say nothing. I'm Shakespeare. I gotta say something.
You have to. Yeah.
I couldn't
Say the
not
name,
just.
man. Say the name.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like Shakespeare The Modern Opiate. Like, nigga, I'm a modern day drug. You about to get this. You know what I'm saying? Couple CCs in your fucking ears. So, the intro just came off the hip last minute, and I really just sat and thought about life, and I thought about everything, and it put me in a perspective that was great, because prior to that, I ain't even gonna lie, I did some shrooms or some shit, had my little epiphany, and I really thought about life again, and I was like, yo, it's really the people that we encounter that kind of tell us what we can't do. We all know that shit. And then it's like the me that they saw me as, that's another entity I'm fighting as well, because it's like, do I live up to that expectation, or do I live up to the expectation I set for myself? Mm-hmm. And it's so hard to figure that shit out as a person that's still growing and evolving. It's like, who the fuck am I? Like, because I became such a workaholic, I started losing sight of my personality. I didn't know who I was. And I was like, who am I if I'm not working? So when I stopped working and I was unemployed, because, you know, I was going through the ups and downs, I was like, I feel like a bum. I feel like shit. Who the fuck am I? Like, I put so much into something that was always, like, you could say money. To me, it's intangible, because it's like, I know that I'm doing all this shit, but I can't really touch it. This is not something like I covet for myself. Yeah. It's just something that I'm doing to keep me moving. But what is actually mine? It's like,
it's like the search for something like of substance.
Yeah.
That you can actually, like, that's tangible, and you know, you can actually hold it. Yeah.
Something fulfilling.
Because you realize, like, you're just on a hamster wheel after a while.
Yep. And then when I came to that realization, everything just lackluster for me. I was just like, bro, I was down in the dumps. And that's why, like, on Mad Hatter, I think it was Mad Hatter, it was like, I set a bar where I was just like, yo, I put down weed, and then that's when my mind cleared up. That's when I made Mad Hatter. I stopped smoking. Stopped smoking. That's when I finished the album.
Oh shit.
Like, yeah,
Mad
I
Hatter's
literally.
the last one?
Not the last one, but
like,
that was the jump start to me. Like, all right, cool, I can rap again, nigga. Like, and it's funny because I previewed the shit on fucking IG. Like, when I found the beat, and then I started freestyling. And then niggas was like, yo, what is this nigga on? Like, other niggas started sharing, and I was like, oh, so y'all like this? All right, cool. Turn the freestyle into a rap. And then off the hip, made that shit quick as hell. I was like, yo, shit fucking fire. And then, I don't know, man. The rest of the album just came together smooth because I took my time, and even like the track listing, I literally listened to this shit so many times. I was like, how much smoother can these be arranged? And then, like, I just kept messing. If you look at my notes right now, you'll see from when I started, like, I have everything planned out. Like, my OCD is real as fuck.
You have to, yeah.
Everything is intricately planned. I already planned, like, how I wanted to do the documentary, the questions I want to ask, like, everything all lined up perfectly. And I just kept playing with the order. I'm like, nah. Like, if you listen, it's kind of like a story, because the way I did the intro, and then it's like, even in the, I said I'm on my way to my haters and my naysayers, I'm on my way, drops in the on my way, boom, fucking perfect fucking start. I was like, yo, my nigga, couldn't have planned that shit any more perfect. That shit just boom.
Oh, no, that's a great beginning song. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And then Puto right after, boom. And it's all the bangers that niggas was just like jumping to. And then intermission was like my intermission. That's
intermission be the series.
That's shit.
That's one of my favorites because I was like kind of being goofy with like my bullshit English accent. Like I didn't go too deep in the English accent because I was like.
But you fucked with me because at first I really did think that was like somebody else.
Yeah, right. Yo.
And then the second time then I heard the name.
I slightened it up a little bit. Yeah, on purpose.
A lot of funny stuff throughout the album too.
And that's what I wanted.
On Get Wild, the random tally. I want to get high.
Yeah.
What else? On All Night, the fucking whose idea was that to put a fucking squeaky toy?
Yo, that came in the beat, bro.
That's in the beat, nigga. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Right, bro?
Because I'm vibing to it. That's like squeak.
Yo, that shit fucking great.
But it's like I'm trying. It kind of fits in a way,
in a weird way.
But the song is like mad, like I guess not that either. Like you just wouldn't expect that
to be
a song
in
is like that at chill, but it fucking works.
Yeah,
and
man.
I fuck with it.
It's crazy too. Like we was in the studio with my engineer Sade, and like it was one of those sessions where I had, mind you, this is me homeless and shit. Like nigga, I'm still like nigga, yo. If men off na yard, y'all go work 70 hour blood cloud week. Coming not, yo. That's what I told myself. I was like, if I don't got nowhere to go, nigga, I'm working every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'ma get there. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's what I was doing. I was in the studio. Fucking Saga was like, I was like, damn, Saga, I finished all the songs. Fuck, man. Yo, we gonna play some random beats, whatever, and see what I like, and I'ma freestyle. So I just did like 4 takes. Said I sang shit like different ways and shit, because you know, like I've been still trying to like get to that perfect level where I can really just play with my voice, because I could switch it up a lot. I'm a fucking cartoon. So I'm like, damn, I could do so many things. So I just spit it in like 4 different flows, and then we nitpicked. I was like, all right, throw that, keep that, and then just piece that shit together like a puzzle. It just came out fucking fire. And then GM hopped on it. He was just like, yo, he heard it. He was like, bro, I need this on my album. He was like, it just fits great. I was like, man, I wasn't gonna have nobody hop on it, but hop on it, bro, because he my upperclassman. I knew him from high school in Lodi, and he was a rapper, and he used to say some dope shit. So, hopped on it, nigga killed it.
It got him inspired. Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah,
I would have loved that shit.
But the second, I always tell people like, my intention behind making this album was like, you don't gotta like all the motherfucking songs. I want you to have one favorite, and that's why I gave variety, because I was like, I know because I have such a variety, and it's not just one flow or one cadence, y'all gonna like, at least y'all gonna really have a favorite.
No, the way you did it though, like when I heard Intermission, I'm like, ah, man. I mean, like I love On My Way, like your shit like that, and that's obviously the songs that you're gonna perform. But then you have the other side, the Intermission, Demons, shit like that, where it was nice to hear from you. So those tracks are kind of my favorites, just because I got to see a different side of you.
Yeah, that's the real shit.
Fucking loved it.
I did, yo. That's the shit that I don't like. That's why I can say I really love this project, because I never try to get too personal. If you ever really listen to my tracks, I keep it very brief. Like I'll overshadow some shit and then leave it there, and then you could pick up in its open interpretation.
Yeah, and
you know
it's something like everybody can relate to, kind of
yeah,
thing.
it's
like, or
bits and pieces.
Interpret.
But Demons, oh man, yo, that shit was real as hell to me. Demons, Legacy, Selfish.
Legacy too, yeah.
Yeah, those tracks were all real to me, and I felt like I placed them perfect fuckingly, because it was to show the transition of all the shit that I've been through, and like all of who I am. Like I'm all those people. Like I think I'm like 4 niggas wrapped up in one. Call me Buddha, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So,
Gemini to the second power.
Yeah, yo, for real, like
squared.
For real. So, I love that. I made Selfish for my mom, and I never really got to say this to anybody, but it's from a perspective of when I was a kid and when I saw my mom going through stuff. And as a kid, I felt selfish, because I'm like, you're going through all of this because of me, you know, like, and I felt fucked up about that. And it was just me as a kid seeing it through a kid's eyes, like, and that's the perspective that I wrote that song in.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just like, oh, life is hard, but my mom was like the first person that where I experienced like depression. She wasn't aware that it was, but me being older now, it's like, damn, I experienced.
Then it wasn't talked about. Like
it
wasn't accepted.
Or it was just called something else.
And my mother wasn't even
blues
privy.
Or whatever.
She's still not fucking privy. But I just, you know what I mean, with my own 2 cents, I'm like, wow, that was my first real encounter with it, and that's probably why I am the way I am sometimes, you know. But that's the journey of like being aware of self. I feel like after doing this whole album and shit, like it made me enlightened. Yeah. And I feel like when you know yourself, you have so much more power. And people, like, that's that light that people are attracted to me by, because I don't fuck with people. Like, I don't talk to people. I really be in my own bubble, because I be like, y'all niggas be fucking up my energy. Yeah. They see me happy,
1000%.
and they come in, and I'm like,
Why shouldn't talk to me?
Yeah, yo, man.
Sad because I talk to you the most.
That's saying a lot.
That's
sad.
Yeah, that's
There's
saying
just-
a lot.
Like I said, fuck off. Like I talk to. I mean, like it's my job. I talk to a lot of people, and you get to the point where you learn to kind of fake the front, right?
Mm-hmm.
So not a lot of people know what you're going through, and I've always been okay with that, just because I'm not like an open book. Like it's weird. I'm blunt, but I'm not an open book. If you were to ask me, then depending on if I see you as inner circle or somewhat close to inner circle, like I'll be, like I'll say what it is, but I've always just no, because it's the energy that you get.
Yeah.
Or you get somebody who you can see it in their face, they regretted even asking you.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like, nah, like and then it just fucks up your own energy, and it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep this to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, 100%.
See, that's why I fuck with you, girl. That's why I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. Other than that, I really feel like I think Legacy too. Legacy's a great one too.
Mm-hmm.
Legacy was something where it was just like, yo, that was like the king in me saying, look, man, I'm better than your top 5, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
That reminds me of like that's like your version of One Mic.
Yeah, like,
Song, the vibe
Yeah.
I get from it.
yeah, man. Like, it was finally me just saying, that's mine. Like, I'm just letting you know, like, I could pick that up. That's why I tell people, like, on the cover, I'm spinning the crown on my finger like a ball, because it's like my boy, he had the rock. He's giving it off. Like, what he didn't get to fulfill in his life, I'm fulfilling for all of us.
You say that's you're talking about him in the intro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where he didn't get to he was a prince, he didn't get to become a king.
Yep, he didn't get to become who he was truly meant to be, because
Yeah.
his journey was stopped a little short.
Yeah.
But that's why it's like it was up to me to pick that up, and that's why I made it so like, people don't get why like he's passing me a ball, but I'm just like, it's his way, it's my way of showing the world, like he said, yo, finish where I couldn't, because I'm not here.
Yeah.
So it's just my way of saying, bro, look, I got it, but I'm spinning it on my finger because it's like it's only when I choose to, and when I feel like I'm ready, not because of outside perceptions
Yeah.
or what people expect. It's just
That
on me.
control over it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like I have control over it, and nobody else does. So I'll put this on when I feel like it, but I want y'all to know that.
But you're
yeah,
still a king with
still
it.
bad.
With
yeah,
or without
yeah,
it.
with or without it, it's just like it's on me.
Yeah.
So it's always about self. It's not about the outside. Fuck what they talking about. It's all about what I see myself as.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted it to be, because I do have an alternate version of the album cover where it's just sitting on my head, but I just keep that tucked.
I mean, I fucked with it just because to me, I didn't get like, I mean, I got like some of it, not all of it though, but to me, I liked it because it wasn't like the cliche crown on your head.
Yeah. Right.
Which I've worked with artists in the past, and they showed me the cover art, and I'm like, this is it? Okay. Like that's a generic
I'm guessing
one.
that the crown was on their head.
Huh?
I'm guessing the crown was on their head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like levitating over like some type of, but it's regardless
Sideways, leaning.
like the lean.
Heads.
I purposely didn't want it on my head. And
Yeah.
it's the artist who actually made the alternate. He was like, I don't know if you like this, but he was like, I was just really in the mood. And then he sent it to me. I was like, yo, I love it, bro. Like, the fuck?
Yeah. Because, I mean, it really, like, if the artist turns it out, it turns it out. But I like the fact that you stuck with this one.
Yeah, it was open for interpretation. And I wanted it like that because people, to me, it's like people don't really show the journey behind going through shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to make sure you know that you deserve this shit.
1,000%.
Not people just telling you deserve it. You gotta feel and embody that shit.
Right.
And that's why, like, a lot of times I say, like, I fuck with Pro a lot because I was like, I respect this nigga as an artist, as an MC, as just a human being, because I feel that real energy. Like, I don't take time to talk to niggas. Like, it's like him and Trip Out. Trip Out, I fuck with him. Like, out of all of the energies, like, Trip, he's kind of to himself, but when he open up to you,
Oh
He's
my
mad.
God,
Oh, he's the
yeah.
best.
He's cool as fuck. And like,
It's always good.
We've
yeah.
had intense conversations, and I love it.
And it's good to be close to those types of people that'll open up to you because you realize they have so much more to say than like the other people you meet.
yeah, nah, yo,
You know?
me and him talked about life like a little bit. I never tried to like press the envelope on it because I was just like,
I still don't know the intricacies of what's going on. I just know something's going on.
yeah, I always felt like that, and I just be like, yo, bro, much love and blessings to you, King.
That's all you can do.
And you know what I mean? That's just like me and you, yo.
Yeah.
But I be, bro, like I be low key calling him my mentor. I be like, thank you, I appreciate you,
You see?
cause he,
People respect me. How that?
yo, it's a fact. Definitely mad respect for the bro, man. Like,
No, but
'cause-
it's great what you said before because I feel like as an artist as well, like once you finish your album, you learn something about yourself. Like with the past 2 joints that I released, I definitely learned something about myself, especially this past one about how to handle relationships and how to treat myself going forward, which kind of went back to what I was saying about being happy. So what did you feel like you learned most about yourself once this album was dropped?
what I learned most about myself, that, you know, when I set out to do some shit and I say I want to finish it, I can finish it.
Hell yeah.
I have that capability. It's all about me just zeroing in and not letting outside shit dictate my feelings towards something that's actually separate, because as people, we tend to like pull everything together and just look at it as a mess. But because I have a mind that works like analytically, it's like when I take away the clutter and I just handle it piece by piece, it works fine.
Right.
It's like it's not as you know, tedious as initially thought. It's just about me actually saying, Brandon, it's okay to do it piece by piece, even if it takes time. Because when I start doing shit, I'm like, I want to do it all at once and get it done. But this wasn't one of those things. It was impossible for me to do it like that because it was too many moving parts.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm living my regular life. It's not like I'm established and sitting on mills. It's like, nigga, I got real life situations to handle, and I can't waste money in the studio if I'm not knocking shit out.
Oh, without a doubt.
So I wasted a lot of money in the studio because I was too exhausted to even remember that I didn't finish an idea or I didn't even do a verse. I'm thinking I'm good, and I'm just like, I gotta finish. And then I had to touch base with myself and say, Brandon, do not rush this. This is not something you rush through. This is something you take your time with. And after I had a big-ass session that I wasted, I said, Saga, I'm going to be back. Hold on. And I waited. And I took my time, and that's when shit just started coming smoother. So
She got you now.
for me, it was just really like learning how to time management, deal with my bullshit, and get over it, and do what I got to do.
Amen.
So,
Amen to that, bro.
stay in the course and shit.
All right. Now the other question, I guess, artist question. You made a dope fucking project. There's no denying that. How do you feel when you being honest with yourself as an artist? Where do you feel you have to improve as an MC for your next album or next project to be better than what you have right now?
To be better than what I have now.
Where do you feel you need to improve?
Where do I need to improve? Where do I need to improve? I feel like for me to improve, just to keep thinking outside the box and really just making sure I feed my mind, because I got to a place where like I have this mind where like a lot of things go in, and if I don't fuck with it, it's not gonna stay in there. So for me, feeding myself knowledge was my power from the beginning. And they didn't give me the name Shakespeare. I never dubbed myself that. I came up with the acronym S.T.M.O, but I never named myself Shakespeare. I tried to call myself Havoc. I was like, damn, it's a rapper name already. All this other shit. But my friends dubbed me that just from seeing who I was and talking to me and knowing I was that nigga. So for me.
You were S.T.M.O, but it didn't stand for anything? You were S.T.M.O, but it didn't stand for anything?
I think they came after.
Yeah, it came after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, S.T.M.O, I made up the acronym after the fact because my friends came up with Shakespeare, but at one point when I first came out with the first throwaways and I was thinking about the second, I was like, I don't just want to be Shakespeare. I don't want to be named after some white dude. I was like, I'm Shakespeare with dark features, nigga. So I gotta make this shit my own. And then I don't know. It's like back when I was on my Eminem phase, and when he used to say barbiturates and all this shit and opiates and shit, like I was just like, opiates. I was like, drugs. All right, the modern opiate. Oh, modern day drug. Shakespeare's The Modern Day Drug. That's how I saw it in my head. So I was just like, all right, S.T.M.O.
I fuck with that.
You know what I mean? And that's how I was born, man.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, and the rest is history.
I will say I do. Oh, we're back at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll edit in some point. I do love the fact, and I think we spoke about this before, the transition and getting to see out of most of the artists that I get to see, like, not transition, the growth. You are one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I will say.
Oh, yeah.
From the beginning to like just the way like you take over, and like the energy is different, and the confidence, like the way it just it's been building up this entire time. It's just amazing. That's it.
Appreciate you. Yeah, we did talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah.
That shit. I'm telling you, man, I come alive. Like, that first performance here, that shit opened up my eyes low key, because I remember the way the crowd reacted to me and shit, because I wasn't even tuned in. I wasn't even really looking. I was looking through motherfuckers, like, and I was like in my head, and then I opened my eyes, niggas was like, "What the fuck off, son?"
Yeah.
So after that, it was just like, I need to be better, and that's when I started studying other artists. Like, I started studying how they move, how they everything. I was watching.
It's smart to do that though.
Hell yeah, man. That shit gave me a game plan for what I needed to do. I was like, I'm taking its and bits and pieces of everything I see, and I'm gonna make it my own, but I'm gonna give it my energy. And that's what I did. And
You did your homework.
hell yeah, bro. Like, I learned how to hold the mic better. It's like, right here. You know what I'm saying? Turn that bitch, like, get that good grip. Niggas couldn't touch
It's
me.
the little things. Those
Yeah,
little
yo, for
things
real.
That change up your whole game.
That little stuff helped me. And then
Fundamentals.
always remembering to keep moving. Like, that shit helped me so many times with certain performances. Like, because I remember there was one performance, like, I just ended up standing still in one spot, and it kind of left me to my thoughts. And I was like, anytime I keep moving, I get back in that vibe. So if I miss a beat or whatever, because I'm still actively moving, the crowd's still engaged.
Yeah.
But they don't even notice that shit because I still got their attention.
You go on autopilot.
Yeah, it's like misdirection on their ass. So I'm like, yo, it's fucking great. But I love playing with it now.
Do you have like a good medium where you move around, but it's not distracting?
Yeah.
Like you're able to stop, and then you move, and then stop, and then move, and then it's almost like you're like a photo shoot, and post, and post.
I ain't gonna lie, I used to do a lot of self photos, so I'm just like, time.
That's where it comes from. There you go. After every bar, just change it up.
Yo, facts. Yo, and a part of it too is like me. I was practicing the mirror, man. Like, I want to see how my rap face is. I'm like, this me focused. Fucking shit up.
That's the thing. Niggas don't practice. That's why I like this guy.
Yeah.
It's simple stuff like that. Like, the rehearsal goes a long way.
Yeah.
And just doing the research, like you said, studying people, seeing how they do it, working on breath control. All little things go a long way.
A lot of people think if they watch somebody else that because outside perspective, that they think like, oh, they're gonna think I'm trying to steal.
Yeah,
they're
biting.
gonna But I mean, there's but so many moves you can actually do. Like, it's not like you're biting somebody by how you hold the fucking mic. It's studying. Like, fucking Kanye just talking about Kobe studying what's his name?
Scottie Pippen. The way his feet move.
Like, you should be studying.
Yeah.
Especially like the people before you, or the people that you watch perform as artists. You watch perform and you're like, damn. Like, he's like, you look in the crowd, he or she, you know, they have the crowd control down, like they're engaging, they're hitting everything. Like, that's somebody you should be studying.
One thing for me, I study Eminem for his live performance, not for how he moves, but for how clear he sounds. He sounds like the actual record. So it's just like a matter of like remembering how your voice when you recorded it to using it the same way when you perform it. And it comes out the same way. Like that, there's a skill and an art to that.
Hell yeah.
So, because you can always make it sound different, but if you can make it sound the exact same and it's dope as hell already when you recorded it, like that's a skill in itself. So that's another thing to study for. Like it's all little things. Like you just gotta pay attention, and that's why I give respect to the artists that take that extra step because it shows that they got passion for this shit. That's why we fuck with you.
Yeah,
That's what it comes down to, man. And you're just a dope fucking rapper, man. You one of them other dudes that like when it comes down to like a beat and shit, if it's up there, nigga will jump on and do his thing.
Yeah.
Not to say that not everybody that does it isn't dope, but you one of them dudes that will. And I like that.
The vibe is right, bro. Niggas be scared to. I be like, bro, I will freestyle, bro. I'm not scared of messing up, nothing. Just give me the mic. If I fuck with the beat, something gonna hit.
Oh yeah.
Even if 1, 2 don't, 3, 4, 5, gonna fuck you up, my man.
Yeah, something gonna work.
Something gonna hit,
that
bro.
7 bar is gonna hit hard.
It's too much. It's too much shit in here for me not to come up with some slick shit.
Something will work. Something will land.
Hell yeah, man. But
That time, man.
Oh, it's about that time? Okay, then it's about that time, man. It's time for Sade's favorite segment, my favorite segment, Bernard's favorite segment, Shake's favorite segment.
Yo.
Oh man, the fucking weird ass Amazon companies that got me these lights favorite segment.
I'm about to hit it.
Okay, just fucking hit it then. I don't got nobody else.
If you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Man, it's time for If You Don't Know. It's America's favorite segment where we give you a taste, a sound, a new experience that you are not privy to, that we will put you on. And this week, since we have a guest, it's going to be not 1, not 2, but 3 entries of If You Don't Know. And keep in mind, we do not own the rights to any of this music. We're simply giving love, showing a little bit of exposure, putting you onto some new shit. And it's going to be available on Apple Music and Spotify on a If You Don't Know playlist that we update each week. And you can check out all our other past alums. Make sure to check them out. Check out their social medias. Get some merch. See them at a show. Download an album. Stream, whatever it is. But show them some love if you like the fucking music. So today we're going to start with, Shakes? All right, Shake. Tell us about who you got as our If You Don't Know segment.
So my dude is somebody I met a couple years ago. He's a young upcoming artist, and I think he's got what it takes to really blow the fuck up, man. He's got it, man. He goes by the name of JayLoudPack, and he has a song out right now that is kind of fucking fire. It's #spinback. Bump that shit. It's on all streaming services. My man got it on Apple Music. I had that shit on repeat because it's such a fucking vibe. If you want to jump out your seat and like get on your ratchet shit, this it. Sit right here.
Might have to right now. You gonna play it? Let's see.
Gang, gang, gang. Is this Glock?
Nah, we coming.
It sounds like it's a fucking red. So angry.
Look,
I really fucking love this.
yo, pass the Remy, bro. Damn.
That's a what?
Damn. Wait. I remember I was smoking on Mizzy. After I had be passing them biddies. What up? I'm in the city. That in the beat with the bitch so titties. Shooting figgies, I busted your fitted cat. I know some niggas who talking the biggest cat. Hop outside and I really be living that. Free true, I hop out till they spinning back. Niggas pussy, they hanging with rats. You never spent no day, no night in the trap. I didn't know how to react. I still with niggas who sending them shots to hat. But I still did it myself. Though no Cody and I never needed no sack. Cause I stay moving packs. I'm a hustler, you gotta pay for the track. I remember I was smoking on Mizzy. After I had be passing them biddies. I'm in the city. That in the beat with the bitch so titties. Shooting figgies, I busted your fitted cat. I know some niggas who talking the biggest cat.
Him and this other guy, Mellow Mark.
Free true, I hop out till they
I'm
spin
name
back.
dropping like Kanye right now.
Cut me a plate on the lean, I be scoring. Outside, fuck is a warrant. And you know I tell her, rock, let's go. And we on them, send shots. And we on them, I remember I was smoking on Mizzy. After I had be passing them biddies. I'm in the city, that in the beat with the bitch so titties. Shooting figgies, I busted your fitted cat. I know some niggas who talking
I've
the
never
biggest
heard him
cat.
do some
I really
shit
be
like
living
he
that. Free
has
true, I
a
hop out till they
lot of
spin back.
bags, and that's why I like him because he switches it up. Like his heartfelt shit is fire as hell. Like it's deep, and then he has like he could do the rah shit. He did this. He did a Spanish joint with another artist that I met before, and Kid's on fire, man. He just got better and better from when I first met him.
Yeah.
When I first heard him, he was already dope.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, nigga, I was like, yo, you dope. He was like, yo, thanks, bro. This is like my first song. Nigga, what? You sound like you been doing this shit. And that was him at 17, and I think he's like 19 or 20 now. I was like, bro, the sky's the limit for you.
Sky's the limit.
Like,
Right.
and I supported him in a small way by just like, you know, going to like a show or something and making sure he got his tickets and make sure. I was low-key acting like this man's A&R/manager on some shit. Escorted him. I was like, I'll take care of this for you, bro. Blah, blah, blah. I talked to the security, got him his shit, found out what time he was going on, escorted him and his moms and peeps. I was on some
There you
shit.
go, okay.
And it was just off love, you know what I mean? So it was
I'm sure
great.
you appreciated
That's
that.
so dope.
Yeah, I recorded and everything for him.
It was dope. That's how was JayLoudPack with #spinback.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Available on Apple Music and Spotify. Is going to be on the If You Don't Know playlist. Hell yeah, that was fucking dope. What sample was that? That shit sounded familiar as fuck, too.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Sometimes, I don't know, they take those songs and they speed them up. That's like the Joe Budden shit.
That's what fucks me up sometimes, though.
What? When you find a sample and you can't to the
Yeah,
tip of
and
your
I can't tell what
tip of your
it
tongue.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kills me because I'm usually really good at identifying some samples. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I hate when that happens, yo. The French album, I know we'll get into that next week, but he had a bunch of like samples
I need to
and shit.
Bump that because I feel like it's good.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it yet.
You haven't heard it yet?
Really good, though.
Yo, it's surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. I was impressed.
Nice.
I think as far as French albums go, best one.
For real?
Let me not say that because I'm not a big French fan. Let me not say that. But this was a good French album.
My favorite one was like Mac and Cheese 3, I think.
Mac and Cheese 3 was good.
Because the one song is like, take me to the water.
Oh, yeah, that is 3. Yeah.
Can't help me drink.
That wasn't a mixtape, right? That was an official album.
I think that was like
Mac and
the
Cheese 3?
No,
mixtape.
that was the tape. The
Is
Mac
it
and
No, I'm
Cheese
talking
shit
about
is the
albums. I know
Yeah.
because I know his mixtapes are always better than
To
his
me, I
albums.
tapes.
consider
Oh, his
that.
tapes were way better.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the
them shits was-
Fabulous syndrome. Your mixtapes are better than your albums.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mac and Cheese 3 is that shit.
All right, so scratch what I said before about best album, but this album was a good album.
Good.
This album was a good album.
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
I got to tap in.
Yeah, check it out.
Because I heard a few.
You'll recognize
I can't help it. I
you'll
can't help
recognize the samples. That's why, and it feels very New York. It's a very New York album.
it.
Yeah.
So
I can't
if
wait till I drop that.
If I hear like the beginning or like one word or like just consecutively just a few words that relate to like a lyric, it pops up. I can't help it.
It's regular shit.
Can't help it. Like he said something to me, and whenever I say, most of the time when I say thank you, I do the thank you, far too kind. Like I can't help, I cannot help it. It always pops up.
I love that.
Unless I'm shot, I'm tired, I'm like, yeah, thanks. Yeah.
That makes me think of Blueprint for sure.
Yeah.
My turn. Your turn.
Yours.
All right. So for my pick, I'm gonna go with the young lady that I met this past Saturday at the Bringing the Real event. Shout out to Bringing the Real and Dark Side Industries. I'll be the Skywalker. And everybody over there that performed. All right. She goes by the name of BigBerry Buckz. She got a song called Bank. I'm not sure if she performed it there. I didn't catch the name of the song, but she's got crazy energy. I love the grrr, pow ad-lib that she was doing out there. And she was fucking dope, man. She was on the shit, and she killed that fucking stage. And for being an opener, especially the female, like, she fucking brought it, man. And she made sure everybody else was on their fucking P's and Q's. So I love that shit. As soon as she came on the stage and brought that shit, she talked her shit, and she was fearless and confident. I loved every second of it, man. So, yeah, I want to hear that. That's my pick.
Give me a beat. Give me a beat.
BigBerry Buckz in this motherfucker. This man, my son, he shoot no tussle. BigBerry, they
I already know what's happening.
Gangsta. Hey. Bitch, I been bugging, yeah, bitch, I been tweaking. No cap, I been smacking hoes so fucking weak. And these bitches be goofy, I smoke them like Lucy's. They learning, don't talk when BigBerry is speaking. BigBerry the coach, BigBerry the boss. On wax, I been spitting on every fucking song. My time coming up, I done waited too long. Try to stop me, I'm in your ass like a thong. Breaking you down like I'm breaking the pound. He was playing both sides, now his ass not around. Put his ass in that ground, now his ass in that wood. They won't get back, but scared of my time like should. I'm good in the hood, all these gangsters, they love me. Love my physique and my ass to the bubbly. Bitches be hating cause bitches be ugly. Inside and out, know they mad but won't touch me. Pump that, I'm fishing. Getting money, my palms been itching. Sit back and listen. Get the fuck about my damn business. Now that we clear, I don't want your ass here cause you pop so much shit. But I know you be scared, yeah, you talk like you bout it. You swear you make noise when I pulled up, you instantly calling the boys. Hello, nigga, they're outside, I know what to do. You bitches is fool, and it's sad cause your ass getting put in the bag for saying shit that isn't true. Hey, snatch her up, taking her loot. Pull off, lighting a split in the coupe. Getting some hair, yeah, he blowing off flute. His bitch on the phone, I'm only press mute. BigBerry, I get big bucks. Flying in that Bugatti with that pistol stuff. Anybody got a problem, then that body gets touched. Little skinny mini, but I get big dick fuck. Give big dick love, stick this with gloves. Ain't no sliding in, bro, you ain't tricking this dog. Got brains and ain't worried, put priorities first. This grizzly ain't finna be breeding no cubs. Some motherfucking ear, bitch. I feel like damn, you gotta hear this. Hey, listen to some lyrics.
Like, it's fucking weird. I just be like,
every season, BigBerry season for no motherfucking reason.
I can't even put my finger on it.
Bam.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was fun. It's just so funny though when you have like somebody in the video that doesn't belong, and it's always like some hood shit, and he always does this. That's this guy did it like 2-3 times.
He's doing the pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you always see it, some type of hood video. That shit cracks me the fuck up.
Nah.
Oh man.
It's always good.
Because the first time I'm like, all right, and then he did it again. I was like, really?
That nigga said, "This is my moment."
It's my moment to shine.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Point at the camera.
I've been
too.
doing that shit
Yo,
before.
the point where the head nod is easy. That's all you need to do. That's really all you need.
When that shit closes, you be like,
If you do it once, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But like, this is the.
And if it's in slow motion, much better, because you're always gonna look cool in slow motion. It's very hard to fuck that up. Very hard to fuck up a slow
I
motion.
don't think it was slow motion.
Yeah. Remember, I mean, with me, like, remember with Black Noir, every time you stopped the camera, I just never had a decent face.
It was all the videos. It was somehow, anytime I paused it, it was like, it was so weird. I mean, you're rapping. You don't really take a breath when you're rapping, so I'm always catching you in the middle of a sentence.
I be doing the ugliest faces, bro. Nobody can't catch me in
All right.
slow mo.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. That's just, you don't need to embarrass me in front of Shake like that.
I don't know who brought it up.
I know, just I thought you would have supported me or something. No, it's not that bad. No, it's not that bad. See what I mean about the fucking blunt shit?
She's the blunt one,
Yeah,
man.
she's the blunt one.
You
I
gotta
this
expect
I'm literally
this.
saying it's not that bad. It just always, it always happens.
You said that, but then you started elaborating more on how it was more bad.
You put an extra layer on it.
Yeah, you did.
Extra layer of asshole.
Well, I also explained it.
Yeah, it was that didn't need to be done.
Just keep on going because the flow is so tight.
Nah,
so I'm trying to compliment it.
You didn't have to Webster's dictionary the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on, Sade. You had a selection, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get off me.
Mine, if you don't know, is Ife Love. That's Ife and then Love with 2 E's.
Yeah.
I think that is her Instagram name. I gotta find it, but it'll be linked in the bio. She just dropped a project. Actually, let me Send Flowers. So yeah, she just dropped this EP last week, couple days. Yeah, last week she dropped it. It was funny. Velvet sends it to me, and I'm like, girl, I've been keeping track. I have it. I'm waiting. So she's like, just in case. I'm like, no, I got it. Don't worry. But yeah, it's a 6-track EP. Dope as fuck. This was actually pretty hard for me to pick one, but I'm gonna go with Emancipate Me. Play that right now.
Okay.
Just talking some shit here too.
Is it Emancipate Me?
Freedom. Sometimes it feels so far away. I know the old me probably would have stayed. She would play all of your games. I got places that I'm trying to be. Got a lot of shit I'm trying to see. Can't keep praying that you change for me. I pray that you'll find peace, cause it ain't me. Oh, freedom. You show me things I thought I'd never see. Like the end of you and me.
This girl wanted
freedom.
There's a distance between us. That fucked me up for the whole day. I didn't know what to say. I had to be like, I'll call you back.
Like the end of you and me.
The text message exchange afterwards was embarrassing.
My shit is packed and waiting at the
She had me
door.
the whole
Finally
day.
found the strength to let you go.
I didn't have the upper hand, so she fucked up on something and she had to apologize. I was like, yeah,
Like
I'll
I
make you feel
couldn't stop
bitch.
you from cheating. This love shit's deceiving. You be making promises and never keep. I put up with your shit cause I was hella weak. Probably told yourself that I would never leave. But there's so much fucking beauty and maturity. Oh, letting this shit go. That shit learning to make room for more. Allow what's really meant for you, and things become so beautiful. Learn to let it go. Don't fight it, just flow. The more you know. Freedom, freedom. You showed me things I thought I'd never see. Like the end of you and me, bittersweet. Freedom. You showed me things I thought I'd never see. Like the end of you and me, bittersweet. Freedom. Learn to let it go. Make it room for more.
That was Ife Lovee with Emancipate Me. That
Yeah, you gotta
lead
let that
track
shit go.
though too. I was really debating on this one or the lead track of the EP, and she said, fuck, there's this line in there, pretty much like I pretty much like she fucked up when she started caring about people that didn't care about her, or some shit like that. And that, like, I don't know why, that was just the hardest line. The way she says it is a lot better, but yeah, it was.
You get the point.
Yeah.
That was dope. That was dope, man. So shout out to JayLoudPack, shout out to BigBerry Buckz, and shout out to Ife Lovee for being our entries in this week's If You Don't Know. And they'll be available on the If You Don't Know playlist, available on Apple and Spotify Music, as well as all the other artists that have been featured on the past episodes. As always, we do not own the rights to any of the music. We're simply sowing love, a little bit of exposure for everybody. And if you like it, check it out. And we'll have their information on the bio, right? Or where you can, for the socials and stuff. Yeah. And this has been If You Don't Know.
Oh, wait, I wasn't ready.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
I should just take that little part of what Trip. The only thing is you hear them laughing in the back.
It's perfect.
I got it down. Dope. Very nice. Did that light go off? Is that the battery died?
Yeah, battery died a while ago.
Shit.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, and that was full power too. So I was like a good. I'm sorry, man. We kept you longer than usual. I apologize.
It was flowing. I really had no. I was.
I know.
Like,
I felt really bad because now it's like, you know, I told them, and we're talking about it now live about how bad I feel. This is probably something we would have done off camera, but it's real.
No,
It's
but it
all
was a
good.
good. I felt like everything like flowed, and it was just so much shit to talk about that and even if we didn't get to like the bullshit topics, I'm okay with it because we talked about real shit. So.
Yeah, every guest episode I do with people, we like to make it, let's leave it open ended to like make sure if you come back, we hope everybody comes back, but that we can just pick up again. Like we don't like to get the whole story, because there's so much more to you.
It's just like a 2 hour whatever.
Yeah, we didn't want to do the regular. Just ask you a bunch of questions. Hey, what are your influences? When did you fall in love with hip hop? What was your first rhyme like? You know,
Extra.
Yeah.
Extra.
The one thing I did want to ask, I didn't even get to talk about before, was your worst performance.
My worst performance.
Worst performance. Remember, I told you mine. We talked about it on.
Yeah. I was like,
So you're
damn.
gonna make him say it?
I talked about mine here before.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, with the janitor.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
My worst performance. Oh, yo. I did this thing for my mom Dukes. My stepmom's. She had a book that she was releasing, and she wanted some people to do some musical acts, and she asked me to do it. So I did. What was the damn name? Closing In. I did the song Closing In. What was it? Closing in? Guess I'm missing need of space.
Oh, yeah.
Claustrophobic, can't breathe. Can you relate? So I sang that, and then ironically, like stuff I touched in the song that kind of affected me because at the time, my my little sister's mom, she died from cancer, so I ended up doing the song at, would you have it, a breast cancer awareness event. I was just like, what the fuck? All of that kind of hit because I didn't even know what type of event it was. Right. And then I'm there, and then like, it was some people. It was a woman that was before me that was talking about her situation, what she went through and shit. And then, you know, I kind of just choked up. Like, I started it, and then I just completely choked, and I couldn't grab it, yo. To the point where like Prince Mac just kind of like took over and started doing.
Shout out Prince Mac.
Yeah, shout out to Prince Mac. When that nigga album come, y'all gonna be fucking nuts. And his book too.
We gotta bring him on
another talented dude. Oh yeah, gotta.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my worst performance. I choked up, and he had to save my ass, and he just did a medley of just random songs. And then I hugged the woman that spoke beforehand before we went on, and I was just like, I was all tearing up and shit. And I'm not a nigga who shows emotion or even cries. So the fact that shit caught me like that, it was just like, yeah.
That's how it gets you.
I tried to reel it back, and I was like, nah, nigga, it gotta come out, son. You don't cry as much as it is.
Oh,
like,
God, it's worse. Now that I have kids, everything makes me choke up more.
Yeah.
Stuff that usually wouldn't when I was younger. Like, now that I have kids and I'm around kids more often, I'm just a sucker for shit now. It's pathetic. Oh, it sucks.
That's what I told my mom, or I don't know, one of my sister that likes to talk shit. I feel like I'm a little cold. I feel like once I have kids,
oh my God,
I'll
your
probably
heart warms
I'll
up.
soften up. She's like, bitch, you won't. You be cold as shit.
No, you do soften
No,
up.
I probably will.
Part of you will, yeah. Part of you will soften up when you see little stuff that reminds you of them, or you see them do stuff.
I know that's gonna be your happiest moment.
Oh my God, what? Yeah, what?
No, when I soften up, that's
Oh, if I get to see that, oh my God, that's gonna make me soften up. Pause, right? No, right?
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
That was good.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Excuse me, that was good. That was really good. Oh my God! All right,
that's why I was like,
on that note, closing notes. Let's start with our guest. Do you have any closing notes? Anything you want to say? The floor is yours.
Yo, S.T.M.O, you don't already know. Ever on the go. Check out Lyrical Fix podcast.
Yes.
Them are the realest. Love on you, see me? Boy.
Irie.
Got our drop. I was thinking in my head, I'm like, all right, don't forget about the drop. There
That's
you go.
Right, we gotta do a video drop, but yes, absolutely.
All right, how about you?
Me. Shit, man. I mean, I wanted to go on a huge fucking rant about
what?
Respect for people that you work with, maintaining a level of professionalism, and just remembering not to take anything personal, because everybody's battling their own battles.
You could tell the whole story next week, but that alone, yes.
That alone, is that good?
Yeah, that's
okay.
perfect.
Good. All right. Well, at least I made a good point there. Yeah. So that's pretty much. Remember, everybody's fighting their own battles. And the other shit I said before.
People and talk to people,
yeah, and maintain a level of professionalism at all times, regardless of what happens. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, because it's nothing worse when you're going through something but you don't show it, and then somebody else who's also going through something uses it as like a crutch and plays a victim shit.
I hate that.
When you make the other one feel bad because you offer to buy them fucking food and they refuse it. The fuck is your problem? Were you not hungry? Do you not want to eat?
I was hungry, but
I had the fucking green piece of paper. I had it in my wallet.
I was upset.
She was indecisive.
And you couldn't tell me you were upset?
Communication.
No, I was mad. I literally said,
bad
I'm
enough-
pissed.
bad enough to
We
not
have to
eat?
wait. Yeah, no, probably not.
The food would have helped.
Because then I can't leave and get food and come back and eat in front of her.
No, you could have. It would have.
No.
Nah.
I just
Come
didn't
on.
want. No.
Are you serious right now?
The only thing really would have just been fucking fast food, and I just didn't want that.
So, all right, she didn't want fast food, but she said, let's go to fucking Applebee's or whatever.
That's the closest thing
And
around
to go.
here,
That's the fucking fast food
All right,
equivalent.
so next time we have a major delay, we can go to Applebee's.
Or we can order some, right? They'll deliver, right?
There's a
That
nice
too.
Chino spot
Yeah.
down there.
Chino's would deliver
There
or
is a-
pizza or whatever.
yeah, that
they would-
Chino spot is
anything
good.
would deliver.
I know
I'm
which one you're
assuming.
talking about. Yeah.
Could you Uber, Dash, or any one of these Instacart liquor?
Liquor,
Is that a thing?
Drizzly.
Oh, okay. There's one that actually
Yeah,
does
but
it.
there's liquor store. Like we can just drive
Yeah,
and
it's
get
really
one.
close.
There's really no reason. There's mad shit that's closed. We're
Yeah.
in the middle of like 3 liquor stores.
Yeah.
Next
The
week
best one is by Boys and Girls Club.
Next week we're getting something. If we don't, I'm just mad at you.
Next week we'll get something.
Don't roll your eyes. See what I mean?
I actually
That's what I'm
have
talking
a
about,
lot of
bro.
bottles
That's
at
what I'm fucking
home.
talking about. I try to talk to her and she roll her eyes right when she said that shit. This is the shit I gotta fucking deal with.
Anyway, I don't. Do I have?
Then she
closing
anyways
notes?
me, bro. This is women. Oh, is that? See what I
That's
mean,
the
bro?
one thing.
There's a time thing on this.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. We're wasting time. All right, Mike. That was my closing notes. You got any closing notes?
Not after that.
Yeah, you should.
I
should.
guess I'll say yes to food next time.
Yeah.
I don't. Do I have closing notes?
Got me
No, I
fucking
kinda
leaning
said
over
it
the table.
earlier. What?
Got me leaning over the fucking table. See what you gotta say, nigga.
Becoming King out now.
Yes, Becoming King
Yeah,
is out
let's not
right
forget
now.
that.
Right now, all streaming platforms. Thank you for coming out because this is long over. It was funny, like we were talking about it, one of our random fucking conversations, and I'm thinking in my head, we're in the middle of a conversation, and I'm like, we gotta get him on. Like we've been saying this for forever. I was like, the next voice note, I'll tell him. I'm catching up with his that he's sending me, and he's talking about, I gotta get on the pod, man.
No, this is it. Yeah, we've been talking about this, and it just felt
yeah.
right.
So it was about time, and you're always welcome.
You already know.
And then of course, check it. You're always welcome.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, check it. Yeah.
You already know that's home.
Home base.
And I fuck with y'all, so that's a one everything. I
Yes,
always
sir.
come. I'm working on some new shit. Yeah, I'm doing this like synth fucking drill beat on some straight Jamaican shit. That shit about to be different.
Synth,
I got a lot
drill,
of them. I'm
Jamaican.
trying to really sit on the R&B shit right now. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make a vibey because since I dropped my magnum opus, it's like now it's quick projects on some Tory Lane shits, like 5-6 track EPs. And then right now I'm gonna do a vibey one. That's that preview you had liked. That shit. I had said that line, tap, tap, girl, tap in. Like,
Yeah.
that's my shit. It's so vibey. Like, I was like, yo, I don't need to be lyrical miracle right now, so I'm going to be chill.
Yeah, because you put that out there
Already-
so you can.
Yeah, I already proved what I need to prove to myself, so it's just like, I'm about to have fucking fun, nigga. Like,
Yeah, why
it's
not?
about to be mad
course.
crazy. I'm going into too many different bags.
I feel like EPs should be fun.
Yeah, like, that's why I'm like, yo, after this album.
Concept-wise, yeah, fun. I'd rather just the artist that's making the music be in a positive, happy place. So if you don't feel like you need to be lyrical miracle because that wouldn't be like your best output because you're not in that sense or in that mood, then I don't want to hear that. I want to hear what you're happy. So if you're in a vibey mood, I want to hear your vibey music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight like that. That's pretty much how I'd handle it. Because then I know it's not authentic.
Yeah, wait
Yeah.
on that R&B though. That's
Yeah.
gonna be my baby.
Bet.
Like it's crazy because I can hit certain notes when I stay in a certain lane, and I'm trying to perfect that control because I know I got a good fucking tone. I be hitting that shit sometimes, and I'm like, fuck, I need to access it at will. As soon as I do, it's a fucking rap. I'm coming for Tory Lanez. I don't give a fuck. Coming for that nigga.
That being said, man, the satchel's on, so you know he means business. All right. So for episode 108, a Lyrical Fix, it's the motherfucking gang. This has been your host, Kid Pro.
And Sade.
Thanks again to Shakespeare The Modern Opiate for joining us. Thanks again for Essentia for not being our sponsors, but just making some damn good water. And Duncan, green tea, icebreakers with the mints.
Preach.
This fucking brand for the mason jars.
Facts. Have my
And
liquor in
everything else you see here, man.
All in between.
We'll catch y'all next week. Bernard, anything to say? All right. Catch y'all next week. Peace, peace.
Peace.